welcome to the Holiday Grand-Pre. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Council. I'm joined with our analyst, Mr. James. We have 12 cars here. We're bundled up. 12 cars here. We're bundled up. Hopefully you guys are too, and we're going to get ready for some awesome RC racing.
Our first driver is Cohen Bell in the number 3 1980 Chevy Camaro. He won the GC Grand Prix and will definitely be a front runner for tonight's event. He is one of the fan favorites in our field.
This is a veteran racer and a new ride. He was real unhappy with the Mustang he had last time out, so he switched it out for this new Camaro, and I think we're going to see a lot more confidence in him today. I'm excited to see what he's got.
I'm excited to see this change in pace. I know he struggled a lot with his Mustang indoors, but hopefully the pass won't come and bite him in his butt.
Up next is Julian Miller in the number 7 Ford Mustang. He was a very strong contender in the last couple of events. He was a little bit crashy in previous races, but I don't expect any of that to change one bit.
This cat's got a real quick car with some serious speed down the straight. It's going to be his ability to navigate the corners that's going to decide what kind of day he has. He can end up at the very front or the very back, depending on that factor. He'll for sure be one to watch today, though.
If you are ever struggling to find Miller, just look for the nearest crash or accident, and 9 times out of 10, he will be part of it. Up next is Alex Anderson in the number 16 Lamborghini Cyan FKP37. He has been around for all 3 races, but was caught cheating during the Limestone Grand Prix. A lot of pressure's on him on whether or not he cheats or if he is truly remorseful.
That's right, Counts. He's been a consistent driver, but with a lot of middling finishes. Today is an opportunity for him to change his fortunes and bring home a strong result. If he can keep it clean and off everyone else's bumper, he's going to have a better shot at that today.
Here's Graham DeSalle in the number 22 Porsche 911 GT3 RS, winner of the Limestone Grand Prix and the Showcase earlier this year. He's expected to be one of the quickest we'll see tonight.
That's right. He's without a doubt one of the favorites we're going to see out there today. He's got a properly rapid car with a driver to match that gives him a great shot to win tonight. If he can avoid those minor mechanical issues we saw with him at the Limestone, he should be a sure bet for podium, if not the win. Watch out for him today.
Up next is Braxton Tanner in the number 44 C6 Corvette Stingray. He owns his own landscaping company and is not plowing right now. Besides that, there's not much known about this guy.
He was a bit of a last-minute entry to this thing, but he's come here with a serious effort and intention to race and perform. You can't count that 44 car out.
Up next is Matthew Lucas in the number 53 Toyota Triano, who recently was our lap counter but made a strong effort to race.
There's very little information on his ability or prowess as far as racing here today. All we know for sure is that we're going to learn a lot about his ability and prowess.
Next in line is Alan Martindale in the number 64 Ferrari F430. Not much is known about this man, but hopefully after today, it'll be nothing but positive things.
Just like the rest of our new entries, we just don't know a lot about how good he is as an RC racer. But what we do know is that we're going to learn a lot from him today. I'm excited to see how he performs at the Grand Prix.
Up next is Noah Grimes in the 66 Spider-Man Lamborghini Centenario. He has been in one singular event and ended up DNFing due to battery issues. I hope he has learned and will be more prepared today.
Counts, this is one of my favorite cars to watch go around the track. Riding around that machine, you'll be rattling like a skeleton, practically in the air more than on the ground. It's bouncing so much. Just from talking to Noah and simply watching the car lap, we can see it's a total handful around the corners, but it's got a ton of straight line speed. One of the best on the grid. So a driver that can handle that has the potential to challenge for wins. Noah might just be the guy to do it.
As long as he can avoid too many battery issues, I think he's going to be one of the front runners for sure. I'm hopeful he can follow up his disappointing end to the Limestone Grand Prix with a better result here today. Next in line is Nolan Berry in the number 67 Dodge Challenger. He has been around for one major event in which he DNF'd in and took place in the Thanksgiving sprints. Despite getting a new car, he has not shown any improvements. I am hoping he will prove me wrong today.
There's a lot of unknowns about this cat, but what we do know for sure is because he's got a lot of room for growth as far as performance and results. I'm excited to see where he ends up on the scoreboard at the end of today's race.
Coming next in the lineup is Abram Shields in his number 69 Nissan GTR. His only RC appearance came in the Limestone Grand Prix, where he ended up in 6th after a disappointing run in the final race.
What we've seen from Abram so far is he's got great short run pace, but he doesn't really have the long run pace that a guy needs to run well at these sort of races. In the Limestone, he qualified on pole, but then fell from first to second in his heat, and then in the final, he started 3rd, finished 6th. So as these races get longer, we've just seen him get worse and worse as far as his ability to compete relative to the other cars. We've seen him from his qualifying runs, though. He's got some great raw speed, If he can keep that up for the entire race instead of falling off, he'll be a surefire bet for a good finish today.
The GTR he's driving is a brand new car for him, meaning he has greater chances to run at the front. I'll be looking to see how well he can drive it. Second to last in the lineup is the number 72 BMW M3, driven by Eli Gwynn. He has a fast car, but the driver of it sometimes doesn't have the best outlook. I'm hoping to see him be a bit better about it because he's got a real fast car today.
This is a guy that's go big or go home. If we look at his results, we'll see a DNF at the Showcase, and then a strong third at the Limestone, and another DNF at the GCGP. When that 72 team is hot, they're hot, but when they're not, they're not.
In the past, he was at the very front of every single race, but only fell off due to either a crash or miscommunication. I'm excited to see if this change will keep him to be as consistent as he has been, but I hope there will be no more DNFing or destroying this car for zero reason. If you know, you know. Last, but certainly not least, our last rookie for the race, Harrison Stearns, in the number 88 McLaren 720S. While his 1-to-1 scale car might own some records, it is up to Harrison if the 124 scale car will own some too.
This is another first-time entry with a clean slate of expectations. It's hard to make any early predictions, but I can bet he will be hoping his car will be set up on rails today. All right, y'all. This is a lap of the Eli House Grand-Prix circuit. We're going to start right here at the start-finish line, barreling into the sharp turn one. It's a tight complex right here for the people, but as you'll see, it's going to wind its way around and it's going to even out. The best racers are going to be able to get through this one clean. This is our main challenge today. It's a monster. You're going to work your way out of the keyhole there, in the pitty, turn 4. You're going to work your way, it's a long sweeping right-hander, and it's going to snap back right here at the end. Here's your pit entry. Watch out for cars pitting, but you should be okay if you can handle the keyhole. We're going to work our way down the back straight. You get a little bit of a breather. Watch out for cars coming out of the pit lane now. And then you're going to chuck it through Chuck, as you'll see where the name come from. You're going to go down the straightaway through the carousel. This is a long sweeper. It really narrows up in the center of the corner and then widens back out. It's a very long sweeper. You'll see a lot of cars overturn or underturn here because it's a tricky radius. Then you're going to work your way down this little bit of straightaway, just a quick breather, into the hairpin. There's your holding zone. Hairpin's not too bad, but it's going to set you up for our main challenge today, the ramp. This is the Bechtel Bridge right here. 6 foot, 6 inches tall, and it is quite the monster for some of these cars. You're going to work your way off of it. It's going to be a rocky dismount. You're going to have to keep your car in check with a sweeper. You're going to work your way through the sweeper. It's a fast, wide open corner. Back down the long front straightaway before you barrel into turn 1 for another lap of this 9-turn monster.
We are now going to be moving on to practice.
Okay, they are all lined up near the exit of the pit as they are about to get on the track. And they are off. Cohen Bell with our leader. Julian immediately getting stuck.
And that third place car is not going. That's Alex Anderson there. He is not moving at all.
As you can see, there's little people being a little impatient as he gets set aside. But Eli going in the very back, pushing everybody off. As you can see, Cohen Bell and Julian Miller patiently waiting for the lineup. But no, Abram Shields just says that he's having none of it.
There are cars still wrecking down there in the pit lane counts. There's still cars that ain't moving. That green car there is not moved at all either.
That green car, we have seen him currently stuck before race or practice a total of 2 times now. First it was at the outdoor race, and now it's at practice again. He seems to be constantly having problems with that. Out of the 4 races we've had, 2 of them he has not managed to even start them.
Thankfully it's just practice here, but he has got a lot of work to do to make sure that does not happen in a race.
With 12 cars on the track, it's definitely going to be a little bit tricky for people to get around. As we can see near turn 1, that is Abram Shields flipped on top of his car while Lucifer just decides to just hit him, give him a little nudge, as there's just pure chaos near the ramp.
We know that turn 1 complex is going to be one of the hardest parts today, and you can see Abram Shields already struggling with it. He was our pole sitter at the Limestone Grand Prix, so he is definitely one of our top competitors, and if he's struggling with it, you know it's a big deal. You really plunge down in turn 1 as you're seeing guys like Miller and Martindale and Grimes do, and then you have to whoa it way back for these tighter corners through turns 1 through 3.
Some of our people that we have that you definitely need to look out for are Cohen Bell, Graham DeSalle, Julian Miller, and Eli Gwynn. All 4 of these racers are definitely experienced and people that you need to watch. I think the top 2 that are definitely going to be going at it are Cohen Bell and Graham DeSalle. Those 2 are not only rivals, as in just racing rivals in general, but points rivals. This race could definitely shake up the points and who's leading in the championship.
Another big part of this track is going to be that ramp over there on the right side of your screen between the dog leg and the sweeper. That section is going to be a big challenge for these guys, not just with the power it requires out of these cars, but also because the track narrows up so much on entry. You can see Shields there having some trouble getting onto the ramp just because of how tight it gets.
And Julian just straight up stuck on top of the ramp. He seems to be having problems with his car. Maybe his lip is stuck under his tires again.
Yeah, that could be that front end that gets caught on his tires. He's had that problem before.
It seems like he's basically doing the same exact thing that he did last time, struggling to barely move and moving an inch, trying to be hit. But currently it is not really working. He is still stuck down there.
Watch Graham DeSalle work his way through traffic right here. He just put down a masterclass on how to get through that first corner. You're going to stay away from the walls and just keep it clean. That's what he did right there. You're going to see Alan Martindale doing something very similar. That section will be really tricky, but when you hit it, you can make up a lot of time.
While there might not be as many people on the track for actual racing, for practice, the main reason why we let all the cars on practice at once is just so not only can everybody learn, but mainly the newbies can learn what it's like to deal with traffic. While it's definitely going to be less chaotic, it'll definitely provide for more intense racing.
Well, James, I'm down on the track with a pro in crashing. We are here with Julian Giller. He is one of, if not the best at crashing. Say, Julian Giller, what type of crashing do you expect to see out here tonight?
Well, if you're asking me about, I'd say crashing is really an art form of its own. You really got to get into it. There's a lot of technique in crashing properly, because you can't just crash yourself. That's boring. You got to bring the team down with you. You got to be backing up into people. You got to be in their way. When you crash, you got to make sure you time it perfectly. So you back up. Someone's going to end up T-boning you. You don't T-bone anyone. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
They're going to have to pay insurance on that one.
Yeah.
But you got to back up perfectly so that they get you right in the side, everything perfectly. Occasionally you're gonna have to use your hands a little bit. You're gonna have to come up behind someone and do a little side swipe, something gets them turned around. Everything.
Yeah.
As long as they end up in a wall, or even better, pull a kinder over that wall. No
BK. If you know, you know.
BK. But I mean, it's really an art form.
Okay. Based off of all the entries you've seen so far, who do you think is most likely to win the Julian Giller Award?
That's tough. There's a couple of hard candidates. It's hard to say if you haven't seen some of them on the track yet. I would have said Kinder, but Kinder couldn't make it. Let's see. I say top ones. Haven't seen Matthew yet. I would expect him to have a little trouble. I heard there were some car issues with Noah, so maybe a few from him. But really my big dog, I'm going to have to say Alex Anderson. He's really up there. He got in trouble for it last time. We'll see if he cleans up his act.
Okay. Again, we are here with professional Julian Giller. Thank you very much.
We're going to be starting qualifying now. We're starting off qualifying with Cohen Bell. So far, Cohen Bell has been a great racer. He's just coming off of a win for the GC Grand-Prix. But for qualifying, he's seen as a middle, maybe bottom place qualifier for indoor races. Let's see if he can beat that curse today.
Yeah, he's had some real tough car trouble in previous races that's put him towards the back of qualifying, but today he's looking for a better shot with a brand new car. He's coming around the starter's run right here.
Obviously, this first lap, you just have to get used to the track. He's obviously going to put down all purples because, well, he's the first one on, so no real shock with that.
Oh, and he's flipped over down there in turn 6.
Again, this first lap, and maybe even the second lap, is just to get used to the track and see what you can do. He's coming around the final bend to start his second lap.
22.31, that's a decent benchmark time. He's had 2 hiccups in the previous lap, so we'll see if he can avoid those and put down an even cleaner time. He's slow through Sector 1 there.
Definitely going to be faster through Sector 2, because he didn't flip over, but never mind. Well, I mean, he was faster, but let's see how fast he can get through Sector 3.
Oh, he spun on a tire. I think he caught a tire and spun out on it. That's a shame. It's going to put him way back, and this lap's going to be a lot slower. Got 2 seconds off. Last shot's putting out a good lap right here. You can see that car swinging around, but then at the same time it understeers out of the corner. That's a handful for sure. He's slow through Sector 1. Decent Sector 2. We'll see what he can get. He spins out a little bit. That car's back in. It's all over the place. Oh, and
all he needed to do was to improve Sector 3, but unfortunately, he failed that. But that's okay, putting down a 22.31 for his best time. Julian Miller is now starting his qualifying time. So far from Julian Miller, we have seen him be a very middling run for qualifying. He is I think his average is about 3. He's done a couple 4 and a couple 3s. Let's see if he can improve that.
He's heading out to start his run. He looks pretty good on this outlap. He looks really in control.
Going through the
tires. Saw Cohen Bell had some trouble with that earlier.
Starts it. He has great control of that car, just
Very
absolutely
smooth.
sweeping through sector 1. But it is not going to be a purple sector.
Oh, he's having some trouble all through sector 2. 2 hiccups.
Still putting down his best lap. Again, lap 1 is kind of just a lap to be like, understand the track and understand what you can do. Put down a purple for sector 3.
That's already going to beat Cohen Bell's best time. Purple sector 1.
Wow.
This could be a good one.
Great so far.
Purple sector 2.
Can he get the triple?
Bring it home. Here he comes across the line.
Purple sector, wow.
16.1. That is fast.
Insane lap.
That's 6 seconds over the 3 car.
He's just controlling that car so beautifully. Not understeering, not oversteering. He's just doing what he can. Nice tight line through turn 7.
Sector 2. Can he improve on it? Yes, even
Wow.
faster. Wow.
15.86. That's incredible. Alex is about to start his qualifying run. So far from Alex, we've seen him definitely a middling. Yep, and he is instantly off the track. Not a good way to start your qualifying run.
Oh no, it looks like the lid of his tray's falling off as well. The timer down there is confused as to what's going on.
This is definitely not adding any good luck to his qualifying. So far for the showcase, where there's 6 racers, he qualified 5th. For the Limestone Grand Prix with 9 racers, he qualified 5th. With the GCGP with 7 racers, he qualified 7th. And so far, he's trying to break that curse of qualifying either right near the back or in the middle. So far, it's not going too well for him, as his car is literally in pieces right now.
This is some bad mojo if you ask me. It looks like they've got the car pretty much fixed up. They're going to send him back up, but that is not how you want to start your run.
And he is finally off.
And he's in the wall, but that's all right. It's just the outlap.
The outlap just helps you see what you can do for the final and probably one of, if not the hardest sectors. He's going to start off his first lap. Again, like I've said for everybody so far, this first lap is just to see what you can do on the track. Don't need to fully push it, because sometimes if you push it too hard, then you won't do too well. So far, you set a green and a purple.
Purple
Wow.
sector 2.
Might not be a purple for sector 3.
Not quite. It's still a decent lap. That would put him in second so far. Yeah,
it's a great lap so far. So far doing even better in sector 1 than he did previously. Not going to do too well in sector 2, but that's okay. He's already set a purple.
Yeah, this is a little lap, guys. Something's wrong with the car.
Oh, what is he doing? So far from Alex, he has used a car that was underpowered and would not steer. So I have a feeling he's not only trying to get used to the car, but trying to get used to the track at the same time. And those two combinations do not mix well.
One more lap after this.
Going backwards, that's okay.
Okay, you. One more lap.
He was really struggling. Something's going wrong with that car in that last lap that we've had.
One more
It's
lap.
kind of smooth though.
He just got it pointed again.
I think
And he'll have a chance to improve on his best lap right here.
so far this is definitely going to affect his run. I mean, stuck already. I think lap 1 is going to be his best. I mean, he only has about 5 seconds to improve, and he's not even close.
Yeah, double yellow. This is going to be still a good time. I would put him not too far back from the lead. And yeah, that's Alex Anderson.
Remember, starting his qualifying, he has done nothing but put down either first for qualifying or last. He is definitely one of, if not the best at qualifying for outdoor tracks. But when it comes to indoor tracks, what we've heard from him so far is he just gets nervous and he gets stressed and tensed up. He's starting off his first lap.
He needed a beautiful entry there into turn 2, but then he got a little loose around the back end, and it spun him out and put him in the wall. He'll be green for sector 1. We'll see how he can do through the rest of this lap.
Taking a nice wide turn for the last bend right before going up the ramp. Might slow him down. He could definitely look to improve that.
18.43 is a decent time, though. That'll put him 3rd out of our 4 runners so far. We'll see if he can improve. And yellow through sector 1. It's okay. He's got a lot of ground to make up through the rest of the track. He's got an opportunity. Oh, but there he gets caught.
And he still has 1 lap left.
Coming around. Purple. But then, and he hits the wall. That's going to really hurt that lap, too.
Dang.
We'll see if we can improve, but it's going to be a tall order to beat that lap one time with this crash right there. Yellow through sector
Well,
one,
once
obviously.
again.
And yeah, I don't think this is going to be the room. Here comes another yellow. Still third place so far. That's a decent run. And we'll see how that looks as the time goes on. Third place for Graham South in 18.43.
Braxton is starting off his qualifying time. So far, we haven't seen really much from Braxton. He's just looking out to show what he can do and to put a name for himself.
This is a car that you can see is a little down on power compared to most of the rest of the field. So what's really going to matter for him is putting down clean laps where he doesn't hit a lot of walls. This is just the out lap, and we'll see if he can improve on what we've seen so far in his actual laps. Coming down the front straight, starts first lap right here, and he's off.
I will say, just because a car has a lot less power than the others doesn't mean that it can put down a good qualifying lap. As we've seen in the past, Abram Shields was using the rental car, and the rental car, to say to the very least, is definitely low on power compared to the others. But he was able to put down pole position by about 3 seconds for the Limestone Grand Prix.
Guys, I don't think this is going to be a best time for him. He had a really, really bad sector one. I think he ended up around 22. That's a decent sector two, but he's going to be in trouble. He'll need a better run next time through if he wants to perform well.
Unfortunately, though, because of his poor power, he can put down the cleanest possible entrance and exit through a sector, and it will probably not even be a purple due to that power.
That's the second time in a row he's gotten stuck on the exit to turn 3 right there. And he's going to get caught up right there, but we'll see what he can do on the third lap. If he can stay out of the wall there in turn 3, he'll have a much better chance. Coming around, this is going to be a slight improvement.
Good.
Yes, it will.
25.78, that'll still put him last, but he's got another lap to improve. Here we go.
So far, a great sector one until he crashes
He
into
gets
the
caught up
wall.
right there. Oh, and a bad recovery. And it's going to be yellow through sector 1. I don't think this is going to be an improvement. We'll see. And it gets caught up. Well, looks like we're going to see 25.78 out of Braxton Tanner here. And we'll see, again, how that develops as more people add on times. But so far, that'll put him 5th out of 5. Got a lot to look forward to in the heats, though. This is not the lap, guys.
Again, just because you do bad in qualifying doesn't mean you're going to do bad in the races. We have seen a lot of people do really bad in qualifying, but have showed that they know what they can do for the heats and for the races. But that'll be a 25.78. Matthew starting off his qualifying times. Like we've seen for most of the new people, we haven't seen much from them, if anything, in practice. So he's just out here to put qualifying, to put his name out there, like we've seen so far. The most recent newbie put down a time that is definitely beatable. So all he's trying to do is just beat that time and do as good as he can.
Yep.
He's about to start off, and he leaves. Again, first lap for most people is just to see what you can do for the track and see if you can do anything at all. He, for some reason, slows down before going on the ramp. I think he's a little scared that he's going to jump it, but I don't think anybody has enough power to do that besides the King BK himself.
That's a really clean run through sector 1 there for him. It's not going to be purple, but it's still really good. He keeps off the walls. Oh, and there he gets held up. Still, that's looking promising for his next 2 laps.
Abram, you're going to do work tomorrow. I'm watching winner this time, though. But then I'll
He's put down pretty good laps so far.
29.1 through. Oh, wild wreck.
Good save.
He can still improve even with that.
was the best. No, that one's currently the best.
29.1 for a sure lap is really good. That'll put him 4th, ahead of Cohen Bell.
So far doing better than a newbie and definitely a pro in this.
Coming around
Oh,
to slightly improve with a 26.3. And he's looking even better through sector 1 this time. Another green.
wow. Oh, a little caught up.
And
That's okay.
He recovers
saves
decently. Oh, there he goes. He's all right. He's all right. He can still put down a good lap if he can really nail this sector. A little wide through there. Over the ramp, that looks good. Keeping it tidy. And at 19.87. Even
wow.
better. That'll put him 4th.
Even with 1 green and 2 yellows, he put down one heck of a lap. We're starting Allen's qualifying. Again, he is the 3rd newbie in a row to go. These newbies, like I've said, like the 8 millionth time, they are just here to see if they can put down their best lap and see what they can do and see if they can be like, hey, I'm here. Just because I'm new doesn't mean that I'm bad.
So now pretty smooth through sector 2 on this out lap. A little cautious looking, but he's just feeling it out. That's fair. He's going to come down here. He's going to hit the throttle. As you can see, you can hear it. And start his first lap. Looking really clean through these first opening corners.
Really tight line right there. He's going to put down a good sector, but not a purple.
And another fast one through there. This time's going to be really good, guys. Oh, and he hits the wall. I spoke too
Jeopardized
soon.
all of it.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's just the first lap. So far, he's done really well, getting 17.88. That will time.
That's still good.
That'll
for
actually,
third.
that'll tie Alex Anderson's lap. Crashing a little bit, messing up. Gonna put down a yellow. You can still improve.
Yeah, we'll see how he does. He still has another lap after this as well. It's going to be another yellow. I don't think this isn't quite going to be the one. But he's going to have a good run up right here. And they'll have all to play for coming into this last lap. And he gets caught immediately. That's probably going to kill it. That first lap was so good. He really needs to throw something amazing together to beat it. We'll see what he can
Definitely
do.
going to be
Yellow safety.
there's not much you could probably do right now.
Oh, and he hits the wall. Yeah, that'll probably kill it. He needed pretty much perfection. Still, that'll put him right with Alex Anderson for second. We'll see where he comes out. Third place.
7.88, third place. Not too bad for this newbie. Noah Grimes is starting off his qualifying time. So far for Noah Grimes, we have seen an amazing qualifying run for him. He qualified second for the Limestone Grand Prix, but unfortunately DNF'd and got sent to the losers race, and he ended up winning it, getting 7th overall. He's definitely looking to try to improve his qualifying run, and if not, just improve his overall race.
Here he goes to the first sector. He's looking a little slow, but otherwise
Acting
pretty
cautious.
clean. Yeah, acting cautious. Back end steps out. He spins around right there. That'll be about 8 seconds through sector 1. He'll need a better lap next time by, but this is just his first lap. Let's see what he can do.
His car is so low down that any little bump and graze could send it flying or get him stuck. Just trying to put down a good first lap and looking on something to improve.
22.9, that's a decent time, but I'll put him towards the back so far. He's not going to improve through sector 1 this time. It'll be all to play for again through lap 3.
His back end spins out once again. We've definitely seen him as a good racer, but when it comes to racing, he seems to lose a bit of battery issues. Let's see if he can put down a good qualifying time to see if he can also prove that he's a good qualifier, and then later improve that race.
Look at the back end slide out through there into turn 1. He keeps it under control though, and still a decent time through sector 1. Well, I spoke too soon there. He's going to get stuck. That'll probably kill his run. Something's wrong with that car too. Looks like.
Like I said, battery time.
Yeah.
He's very cautious through some of these turns. That's what he did for the Limestone Grand Prix to put down his second place pole. But it did not work out this time as it caused his back end to just spin.
7th place.
Nolan Berry starting his qualifying run. So far from Nolan Berry, I've seen nothing but disappointment. He's for qualifying for the.
That was off right there. It's just the out lap.
Does not count. And he's instantly off again. Like I've said, we've seen nothing from disappointment from this man. For the GC Grand Prix, which he was previously in, he qualified 5th out of 7th and ended up DNFing with only 5 laps out of 60. And he's going. And
Up on the ramp. Sorry, he's just filling out the walls.
And he is actually in the wrong spot to qualify. He is near the wrong window in order to qualify. He needs to be moved over. Not gonna do well for his first lap.
Oh, he's off again. It's okay, guys. This is just the out lap. It has no meaning. Hopefully
this is the out lap?
This is the out lap.
Oh my gosh, 54 for the outlap is crazy. I definitely should have looked on the screen and seen that, but like at the same time, it's like this guy's he's trying to.
Oh, and a wild wreck.
Wow.
Oh my goodness! I
Trying to
haven't
go
seen
in-
something like that since the
Did a
likes of
barrel
Braden
roll.
Kinder. That is
BK himself.
Oh, and a hard lick there into the outside wall. We've got 17 through sector 1, flying through sector 2. Honestly, that was pretty decent. All things considered, before crashing at the end.
Just because that's a green doesn't mean that it's good. It's
He's behind the ramp.
if he sets any yellows, I will be shocked.
I placed him at the very bottom.
39. Oh, he's off a little bit there too. Rescue gonna help him. No harm, no foul.
It's okay, third lap, best lap.
Third lap, best lap indeed.
Second lap!
You can see one of the people
Drink this
shocked.
into one before he's
He's on his second lap already. Thought he was on his third
Straight
lap.
into the wall right there. Rescuer put him on there straight, and he took a hard right into the wall.
Nolan Bear is the only person that I know that has done 3 barrel rolls and somehow still managed to continue racing.
Really struggling through the carousel here. This is a little hard to watch.
The corner!
I don't know what this man's doing. I don't think turn right.
Still not through it.
Still not turning right.
He beaches himself. And,
I think he's just straight up holding it
working
down,
on
trying
it.
to go as fast as he can, not pulsing his finger on that trigger.
Oh, and he's across the track.
Going backwards.
He's being chased by the rescuer. He's placed upside down. And there he goes. And then he makes it. Oh, and then he's off immediately again. He does finally finish sector 2, though.
That sector 2 was close to being a green. He somehow finds a way to flip over on the ramp.
And it'll be a 114 through there. He's got one more left to improve, but it's not going to be good. He's going backwards. All things considered, that was a better run through sector 1, I believe.
No, it was not.
I mean, through the keyhole at least. And there it goes. Look at that. Oh, well.
Yeah, and he no longer sets a green for that sector.
Convinced that he needs to drive perpendicular to the track through this section, it seems like. And he's stuck on the trim now. I don't think this is going to be the lap either, guys.
I will say his best sector for sector 1 is a 19, which is 5th place. 5th place is his best score. So he's don't know what he's doing. He's just stopped, still backwards. Now he's going.
There he goes. Good run. Oh, and then he's into the wall.
He did a good run on the straight. Then when it came to those corners, he's good at straights, but not good at corners. And it seems that it might be
Seems to
dead.
have stopped, and he's going again, and he's wrecked again.
It's going off.
And he's into the wall again, and he's off again, and he's back on. Oh,
Don't know what he did
flips
right there.
over on the rescuer's foot. And
So far, what we've seen from Nolan, he's when it comes to racing, he struggles really hard with about everything. He's only good with doing bad.
he's been good at the straights in some instances.
Sometimes.
Cross the line. 39-33. That'll put him 9th out of 9 so far.
Wow, amazing run. We're starting off Abram's qualifying run. So far from Abram, he has been one of, if not the most consistent and best at qualifying. But when it comes to races, he seems to not do too hot. So he starts off his qualifying run. This is just the outlap, trying to put down some clean lines for sector 2 and 3 to see if he can get used to it.
Struggling a little bit there, but he's just feeling it out. Here he comes, a little slow.
So I don't know what he's doing.
And there he goes.
Trying to maybe stop to put down his best speed. Going a little slow, being a little cautious, but that'll really help because he just put down a great sector 1.
Yeah, it was a really clean sector 1. It's going to be towards the top, I expect. Not a good sector 2. This has been a clean lap
Great
so far.
sector 2.
Come down the hill. This has been a great lap.
Down 17.18. So far, third.
Second overall. Second.
Oh, sorry, second, yes. Down a yellow, but again, it's still a good sector. Just because it's yellow doesn't mean it's bad for some of these people. Improved on sector 2. Coming down sector 3.
Be another good lap.
16.5.
16.5. That's very good. I'll put him clearly in second place.
Just looking to improve.
A little bit slower. Oh, no, he gets held up. With how good those other 2 laps were, that'll probably kill this lap. But
Yeah.
still, a 16.5 is very good.
Going a little wide.
Provisionally in second.
Nice tight line. Put a purple sector for sector 3. Unfortunately, those 2 yellow will not change anything at all.
Second place, though, for Abram Shields.
Okay, I'm recording.
Eli starting off his qualifying run. So far from Eli, we've seen him do nothing but top place qualifiers. For Showcase, he qualified 3 out of 6. For the Limestone Grand Prix, he qualified second out of 9 racers. And for the GC Grand Prix, he qualified 4th out of 7 racers.
Got a lot to live up to here. He's had some good qualifying runs. We'll see if he can put down another good one.
He's the new car that's faster and handles better. Let's see if any of those changes allows him to do better. Wow.
Just apex through the hairpin there of the keyhole, but a little bit of trouble through turn 3.
Fortunately, that
Hitting the wall, that'll probably ruin this lap for him.
that's okay. It's just his first lap. Again, best lap, third lap. He has 2 extra laps to put down some good times.
And it's going to be 25.87. That'll put him right next to Braxton, somewhere in there. See if he can do better.
Definitely not last. That's for sure.
A lot better through sector 1.
Yes, that was.
This is looking like a solid lap. Every time I speak, guys.
Commentator curse.
Yeah, commentator's curse right there. And then
Here's the tires. It's flipped over because of that. That's okay.
Yeah. Still going to be a slight improvement with a 23.27. And, oh, man. That's okay. This one can still be better if he puts down clean the rest of it. Yeah, there he
Hits
go.
the wall and it sends him flying straight to his right.
Let's see what he can do. Hitting the wall. Probably gonna be that 23 then. Comes around with another yellow. Yeah. I think that'll put him in front of Noah Grimes, or maybe behind him. We'll see. Behind Noah Grimes, that'll put him 9th provisionally with a 23.27.
Definitely not living up to what he used to do, but that's okay. He has all the races to make up. Harrison is starting off his qualifying time. So far from what we've seen him, he does a little good in practice, but we've heard from the pits that his car is a little broken right now. Seems like the alignment pin is stuck out and it's just completely missing. He cannot go straight. He's going to definitely have to get used to that car with that, because that's definitely not something that most people need.
Yeah, you can see he's struggling right there a little bit with it. It looks all over the place. We'll see if he can tidy it up here when he starts his run. Coming around, just big struggle. Another hit on the wall right there, and here he starts his run.
Again, the first lap is just to see what you can do with the track, just to see what your car can handle and see what you need to improve on.
He's off right there. He's off again. Here he comes though, and about 14 seconds through sector 1. That's still gonna be a decent time. Here comes around a really clean sector 2, all things considered. That's gonna give him a good shot to have a solid lap here, but then he bungles it a little bit. That's okay. We'll see what we can do on lap 2.
He's so far looking to be near the back.
Yeah, I think that'll put him right with Braxton Tanner this time. And we'll see if we can improve on that at all.
Luckily, won't tie Nolan Berry. That I'd feel bad for anybody who has to deal with a mechanical issue and does worse than Nolan Berry.
Yeah, Nolan Berry's sitting I believe it's somewhere in 39s.
Yes.
So Harrison's already beaten that one. This comes around 22 flat through sector 1. That's not going to really help him too much.
So far, lap 1 is definitely going to be the better one than this one. Again, he still has lap 3, best lap, third lap. That's what I say.
It's going to be another yellow. Let's see if we can put down a green right here. Doesn't look like it, but third lap, he'll have a great chance to really improve on his time.
Oh, we got a sponsorship from Bechtel. Nice.
He starts off his third lap instantly into the wall.
Oh, and he's
cuts
over.
the corner. Up, and camera issues. As the camera falls over.
Hey, what was it?
He's
Yeah, we're not seeing the
what's
lap
going
right
on,
now.
but that's okay. He's still
Yeah,
still in that area,
Haven't
so
been
we didn't
helped
lose
or
much.
something. Here he comes around. Actually, still in decent shape as far as our timing system, and it's going to be slightly faster than lap 2 for sector 1, but still quite a ways off.
Yes, unless he does perfectly, he's not going to beat that lap 1.
He's not doing perfectly.
And so it's going to be a 31.48. Let's just see if he can improve at all.
Should put him right around Braxton Tanner. We'll see where he ends up.
Good.
P11.
Here with 12th place qualifier, Nolan Berry. How do you feel about your run?
I did great.
Elaborate on that.
I'm gonna win all of the race.
What makes you so confident?
I did very good. And the other one,
How do you feel about being last?
that's good. That's like the best one.
You heard it here first. Last is best.
We are here with 11th place Harrison Stearns. How did you feel about your qualifying?
Not very good. My car's broken.
What happened?
The centering pin fell off after one of the wheels stopped spinning.
Okay, that's not very good. Do you have any plans on fixing that?
Maybe if I can find that centering pin, then I should be able to do fairly well. If I can't, I'm gonna have to figure out how to lock in by going back and forth instead of going straight.
Okay, well, I wish you good luck.
Here with 10th place qualifier, Braxton Tanner. How did you feel about your run?
I felt pretty good about it. Honestly, I'm happy with under 30 seconds. That was my goal.
How do you feel about your chances in the heat?
Not good. I want to get at least 10th place. If I get 11th, I'm going to crash out. So
10th place qualifier, Braxton Tanner.
We are here with 9th place qualifier, Eli Gwynn. How'd you feel about your qualifying run?
You know, it could have been better. Sometimes things don't go to plan, and today my car was a little too fast for its own good, so I'm gonna have to tune it down a little bit to take those corners better. But I think that I can do a lot better in the races themselves after I'm new car, got to figure it out a little bit. But yeah, I think I can do a little bit better in the actual races.
Okay. How do you feel about your chances in the main?
I feel like I'm gonna lose.
Oh, okay.
Here with 8th place qualifier, Noah Grimes. How did you feel about today's qualifying?
Pretty bad.
Elaborate on that.
My car kind of sucks.
Elaborate on that.
I mean that my car just it turns way too aggressively.
Okay. You feel bad about your chances in the heat?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We're here with 7th place qualifier Cohen Bell. How'd you feel about your run?
You know, it wasn't what we wanted, obviously, midfield, but the car was okay. It was a little sloppy with it, if you know what I mean. And yeah, it was fine. Sloppy on mine, car was fine. We'll be fine in the main.
You ready for the heats?
Yeah, I'm ready for the heat.
Okay, good.
No trouble there, I think. We'll get through. Worst case, front of the big main.
Okay.
Here with 6th place qualifier, Matthew Lucas. How'd you feel about your run?
It wasn't great, but it was okay. I could definitely stand to hit a few fewer walls.
How'd the car feel?
Fine. It's been a while since I've played with an RC car, except for tootling around my own house last weekend. Just, getting a slight feel for what the car is. Drift tires were fun. Very uncontrollable. But it does have the race tires on it now. It tracks pretty true to how it's designed to be.
Starting 3rd in your heat, how do you feel about that?
That sounds fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much placement in the heat matters compared to the heat itself, but especially on this scale with the number of collisions that are sure to happen. But it should be an interesting race, and we'll see where we end up.
All right, that's 6th place qualifier, Matthew Lucas. Here with 5th place qualifier, Graham DeSalle. How do you feel about your run?
It went better than last indoor qualifying thing. I got a 7th out of 9th, and this is 5th out of 12th. And, I'll take that. Could have done better. It is what it is. I got nervous again, and I tried working on it, and it is what it is, I'm not too mad. I'll start in a heat 2, and some heavy hitters in that one. I'm sure it'll be fine. No, it'll be in heat 1. Yeah.
Heat 1.
Heat 1, yeah. It'll be fine. I'm not too worried. It'll go how it goes,
Car feel good?
Yeah, car feels good. Again, I was just so nervous, so I kept making some silly mistakes because of that. But it is what it is, it happens.
All right, 5th place qualifier, Graham DeSalle. Here with 4th place qualifier, Alan Martindale. How'd you feel about your run?
I felt pretty good. I feel like I could have done a little bit better. Every lap I had, at least one little mistake that I made. So I think I can go faster than that in the real thing.
How do you feel about starting 2nd in heat 2?
I think it's a good position to be in. You don't want to be at the top. It makes it feel too easy. So you got to have a little bit of challenge there to keep it interesting.
This guy's playing 4D chess. 4th place qualifier, Alan Martindale.
We're here with 3rd place qualifier Alex Anderson. How'd you feel about your qualifying run?
It was very rocky and rough, to put it simply. Sorry, I'm blanking. I'm really tired and I have a headache, but yeah, it's a new car, new controller. I've never used it before, so it's really rough right now. But I'm hoping I can get more used to it during the next race, and hopefully be able to get a better lead than I have now.
How do you feel about it for the mains and the heats?
The mains and the heats? I don't know.
Okay.
Here with 2nd place qualifier, Abram Shields. How'd you feel about your qualifying run?
Julian might be gay, but I'm gayer. So I think I should have been in first place, but I'm gonna ram him tonight.
And on the track.
That's what I meant, bro. What do you think I meant?
There's other ways to interpret that. You feel good about ramming tonight?
Yes.
All right, 2nd place qualifier, Abram Shields.
We're here with 1st place pole runner Julian Miller. How did you feel about your qualifying run?
I felt it was pretty good, pretty solid. I was doing a good job. I hit a couple walls in the first lap, but the 2nd and 3rd were very clean laps. I was very proud of myself.
Good. How do you feel about your chances in the heat and the mains?
I do struggle with the other cars on the field. When they crash, when they back up, it's really annoying.
And
it's unpredictable.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm excited to see you out there. Here's the starting lineup for Heat 1. In row 1, we have Julian Miller and Alex Anderson. In row 2, we have Graham DeSalle, followed by Cohen Bell. In row 3, we have Eli Gwynn, and finally, Harrison Stearns.
Okay, we are moving on to the start of Heat 1. The This will decide first and third in the A main. And they are off with Julian taking it immediately while Cohen immediately gets hit by Graham DeSalle. Huge change in the lead as Cohen Bell is leading up with a very strong lead. But no, he crashes off, and that allows Julian to take the lead with Cohen, and then Alex and Graham following in fourth.
You're going to see that 88 car Harrison Stearns back there stuck in turn one, but at the front is Julian Miller, followed by, as you said, counts Cohen Bell. Here comes Alex Anderson on third, and he's going to cross up that 3 car and send him in the wall. That's all the 3's doing, though.
As we can see in the back, we can see Eli Gwynn stuck on the ramp, followed by Harrison Stearns. I would just like to say for Harrison Stearns, he's using the rental car, but that is because his car just decided to break for no reason.
Yeah, he's been having some mechanical trouble with that car, and so he's using the backup, but we'll see if he can get it back out there in later races.
As you can see, it's currently just about between Julian and Graham. So you can see Julian's getting stuck, so that allows Graham to get his way up there. But he's going through that tricky 1 and 2 hit complex, but he gets stuck as well.
Big wad of cars down there in turn one, and that 3 car for I think the 3rd lap in a row is going to get stuck there on the inside of turn one. But it looks like Eli Gwynn is going to be the one to get away from that cleanest. He will assume 3rd place.
So far looking pretty good. This is mainly to decide first and third in A main, first and third in B main, and first and third in C main.
That's right, counts top 2 the A main, middle 2 to the B main, back to the C main.
This is going to be one heck of a race with only 20 laps. This will decide the future standing. There is a little bit of points on the line for this race. So a lot of these drivers aren't really just goofing off. They are definitely trying to take it serious because these points matter to everybody.
Guys starting to settle in right here. You definitely have a clear top 2 here of Julian Miller, followed right behind by Graham DeSalle.
Both of them get stuck.
That's going to give room for Eli Gwynn and Cohen Bell, your 3rd and 4th place cars.
And then Graham DeSalle is allowed to take the lead for Heat 1, followed by Julian Bell, but then Julian Miller, but Graham DeSalle gets stuck and allows Julian to take the lead. Close, but then Julian just straight up crashes Graham. But then Julian crashes, a bit of karma, but that's okay. And that allows Graham DeSalle to take the lead. Very close between those two. This is going to be a great race between both of them.
You're also going to see Cohen Bell here and Eli Gwynn going back and forth for that 3rd place as Eli Gwynn gets caught, but it's a long race. We got about 2/3 of the race left here. So
Julian Miller takes the lead once again. This is a great race so far. We only have about 8 laps down there on their 8th lap. It is super, super close between Julian and Graham. Constantly back and forth. But as Eli gets placed on the track right in front of Graham, allowing Graham to be slowed down. Wow, that is so unfortunate for Graham. But Julian gets stuck. It's going to be a close race between those two.
See that 7 car's pulled away about a half a lap lead here, maybe a little less than that. If he can hold on to that, he'll be in good shape. He's going to hit halfway right here.
Graham is just trying to find his way to get through. As we can see going down the straight, close race between him and Harrison. He's trying to find his way up to Julian, but with only 10 laps to go, I have no clue if he's going to be able to do it.
Just an update on the race situation, guys. The 16 car of Alex Anderson has dropped out of the race. He dropped out on lap 3, so he's been out for a little bit, but it's down to 5 cars. That gives one less spot to worry about Alex Anderson in the C main.
Alex Anderson, he has done pretty well. As we saw in practice, he seemed to have a battery issue. Maybe that'll go on into the C main.
Looking at this battle right here between Eli Gwynn and Cohen Bell, that is for Eli Gwynn to lap Cohen Bell, so that they have almost a full lap between them. Julian Miller going through to lap both of them as he maintains the lead of this race.
I think that the positions have been chosen right now. Julian Miller just has a strong lead above Graham DeSalle. Graham DeSalle is definitely a great racer. He is not the greatest when it comes to 10, 20 laps, but when it comes to 60 laps, I can definitely see him pulling up strong into the front.
That's right. Cohen Bell has gained about a half a lap on Eli Gwynn, so he's reeling back a little bit here. They are going to be... It's going to be interesting to see if he can catch him, I guess I'm trying to say here.
Just as we see, Graham DeSalle has actually found his way up, closing in on him. But Julian Miller finds his way to get by Cohen Bell, and Graham DeSalle gets a little stuck. This is going to be crucial for Julian. He has been known to be a bit crash heavy, so he has kept it clean besides some little mistakes, but that's okay. You can see Eli Gwynn kind of holding him up. That allows Graham DeSalle to get a little bit of a lead.
He's right back behind him now, Counts here. As he is still, the 7 is still having trouble with Eli Gwynn, and that has allowed Graham DeSalle to just reel all that ground back in. He's gained almost 3/4 of the lap
then he
here.
gets stuck.
Still, that's a huge break for him.
And then Graham has troubles with that Eli Gwynn
that
car.
72 car is giving the leaders all sorts of trouble. They're still wrecking in the corner there.
I wonder what would have happened to this race if that 72 car didn't get in front of Julian or Graham. I don't think much have changed, but it is very close.
Oh, and the 7's stuck. The 7 is stuck on the outside of Carousel. Here comes the 22 of Graham DeSalle. That's another big break. The 7 is still having trouble. We're coming down to the wire here.
And we have 2 laps left to go with Julian and 3 laps left to go for Graham. This is going to be close.
They're a lap apart at this point, yeah. It's not looking good for the 22.
Maybe he can find his way up. As we can see, trouble again with number 72 with number 3. Cohen Bell, he has been known to be a great racer. He hasn't had a lot of luck when it comes to indoor races, but it is what it is. As we can see, Julian Miller on his final lap, he's coming down through the carousel, and he gets stuck. He has some good last lap luck. I think everybody has some good last lap luck. Still stuck. Maybe Graham DeSalle can find his way up, but it's not going to happen as Julian Miller takes the win for Heat 1, placing himself on pole position for the A main. We're currently on Graham DeSalle's last lap. He is currently about 3 laps down from Cohen Bell.
3 laps ahead, that is.
Sorry, 3 laps ahead. My bad. And he's going to take second place in the heat, which that'll allow him to start on 3rd for the A main.
That'll lock up your 2 A main spots. It's just Cohen Bell and Eli Gwynn here trying to make it to the end to advance to the B main. Harrison Stearns is quite a ways behind both of them, about 3 laps behind Eli. So it's pretty much locked up here. We just got to make sure these last 2 cars can kind of make it to the end.
As we've heard from the crew members, it seems like that number 72 car is having a little bit of trouble turning. Sometimes it doesn't turn when it needs to. Sometimes it just straight up doesn't turn in general. It's definitely a bit of a struggle for him. Eli Gwynn has definitely been a strong contender for the previous races when he doesn't DNF. But so far, he's holding on strong. He has about 4 laps to go. So you can see Cohen Bell going up the ramp. He's a little stuck.
Yeah, he's having some problems there. Looks like there's some sort of power deficiency on that car.
Don't know what's going on.
He's not moving.
He is on his last lap. What is happening?
Eli's going to get a lap back on him here.
Wow. I don't
he's
think...
down to 2 laps behind.
And there's Cohen Bell on the track taking himself to the pits.
He's pitting. This is an emergency pit stop, guys. There's no mandatory pit stops in these heats, so he's doing this because he has to.
Wow. This might allow Eli Gwynn to take pole position for the B main.
It's all to play for these 3rd and 4th spots here. They both send you the B main, but it's the difference of starting spots, 2 whole spots. So here comes Eli Gwynn. He's going to unlap himself if he can get past this green line right here. And now they're on the same lap. Eli just has 1 more lap to make up.
But he has a little bit of trouble right in front of the pit. He just needs to cross the line and get past the pit in order to take pole position for the B main.
And finish the race, of course. But yes, you're right, Counts. He is struggling a little bit. And Cohen Bell's having all the time in the world right here to change that battery or whatever is going on. Here they come now.
Have time. And he will cross it. And that will allow Eli Gwynn to take 3rd place. Wow. As you can see, Cohen Bell
coming
near the exit of the pit. And that will be it for Eli. He will take 3rd position and will take the main position for the B main.
Tough break for Cohen Bell there, but he'll be all right. It's just a difference starting 1st or 3rd here, so he should be okay, but that's going to be a little disappointing. There are a few points on the line as well. There he's going to finish, you're right.
And that will be it. Wow, what an incredible journey. What an incredible race. Tough luck for Cohen Bell, but hey, this is racing. So James, what did you think about that race?
I thought it was a really good showcase of what we're going to see in the later races. You know, you had some mechanical troubles from Anderson. We'll see if he can bounce back from those. And then Harrison Stearns was kind of at the back there. He's had car troubles all day, and that's very descriptive of what we saw from him so far, and we'll see if that continues. But you kind of had 2 big fields. You know, you had your top 2 that were really close the whole way, until Miller managed to pull that lap ahead on him. And then further back, he had Bell and Gwynn. I think the big shock was just how far back Bell ended up. We expected him to really compete at the front. Coming into this, we saw Miller as kind of an outside dark horse, but after he won the pole, we've considered him as kind of a front runner after he won that pole. What we also expected, though, was for Bell to run up there at the front, and he was kind of at the back. Obviously had that battery that died, but even before then, he was well behind. So, big surprise there. What did you think of it?
The one thing I have to say before I say anything, Eli Gwynn did finish third, but the stewards, those meanie stewards, penalized him for intentionally or at least excessively ramming into the top two. This is a big shock. I mean, it only changes him going from first to third in the B main. But besides that, this was a great race. It was definitely close between Julian and Graham, and I wanted to know what would have happened if Eli's tampering was definitely a little lower down on the top two. I wonder if that could have definitely changed the lead. But besides that, I think that it was an actual good race compared to the most races we've had in the past.
It'll be really interesting to see if DeSalle can kind of make his way back up past Miller. Because Miller seemed to, I'm not going to say had control of that race, but he was pretty comfortably out front there for a lot of it. So we'll see how those two battle along with our additions from Heat 2. So a lot to be excited about heading in these later races. We'll go into Heat 2 next. I can't wait.
Let's move on to interviews.
Here with 6th place finisher in Heat 2.
I wouldn't call it a finisher.
Here was 6th place result holder in Heat 2. Alex Anderson, how do you feel about your event?
I mean, my battery died or something happened. It wouldn't go. There wasn't much I could do. So,
I feel like you can run good in the C main. Maybe you get back to the B main.
I don't know if my battery can charge that quick, and I think that might be the issue. I think it might just be the car drained it too fast. I'm not sure.
Well, the good news with the C main is that you'll have a pit stop that you have to take, so you might as well change the battery.
I don't have the spare battery on, so you have spare batteries.
Somebody will want one. All right. Well, that's that. Here with 5th place finisher in Heat 1, Harrison Stearns. How'd you feel about your heat?
Not very well. I had a new car, so my first couple laps I was struggling trying to figure out the controls and stuff. I gave up on my old car. Could never fix it. But I think once I figured out the groove, I was keeping all right pace. I might change out the batteries, so the old one felt a little bit weak. It was going a little bit slow. Couldn't go up the ramp. But I think I got it next time.
All right. Heat 2, Heat 1, 5th place, Harrison Stearns. 4th place finisher and Heat 1, Eli Gwynn. Tell us about your event.
It was rough. Car was definitely turning better than it was before, but my alignment was off. Definitely need to fix that before the actual races. But I think if I can get the alignment figured out and don't have to swim and struggle with the steering, then I think I can place a little bit better than I did this time.
How do you feel about your chances in the B main?
I think, I don't know, man. I think it depends on the competitors. We'll see what happens in Heat 2, but I think I have a pretty good chance at hopefully placing top 2.
He'll start 4th in the B main.
4th. Here we have Cohen Bell, finished 3rd in Heat 1. We have a few questions for you. How did your race go today? How do you feel about your first heat?
It was a roller coaster. We had, a fast car, and you go into I come out of qualifying thinking this thing's going to be on rails if I can get it under control. And it came out fast, and it wasn't quite under control. And it took me a couple laps to get in the groove. And then once I had that groove, I was moving, man. It felt great. But then the battery started to die off. I didn't expect the battery to die off that quick, so it kind of. Just as soon as I got the car figured out, the battery went away, and then the battery went away right towards the end. Thankfully, I didn't lose any spots. I managed to change it pretty quickly, but hectic event. Still brought home a 3rd, so we'll start in the B main. We'll see what we can do there.
Sounds good. How do you feel about your chances in the next race in your competition?
Starting 1st in the B main, so we'll be in good shape for the start, and we'll see how it goes. If the battery can hold up, which it should.
Sounds good.
We'll be on rails.
Thanks for your time. Have a good day.
Yep. Finishing 2nd place in the first heat, Graham DeSalle. How do you feel about your race?
I feel very good. I caught up to Julian a couple times, and I got hit every now and then. I mean, it is what it is. I'm starting 3rd instead of 1st, and I'll take that. That's where I started. Again, like normal, instantly got hit and got sent straight to the back. Julian's a great racer. He's definitely in contention to win this, and I'm so excited for this race.
How are you going to deal with the longer race in the A main, 60 laps.
Should be fine. I'm not too worried. I mean, 20 laps to 60 is a big jump, but we need to. I'm hoping that the lap scores are on track because we had a bit of an issue with that. But this is what it is.
That's second place, arguably, for Graham Sal.
We are here with first place heat winner Julian Miller. How'd you feel about your race?
Honestly, I felt very good. I felt like my lines were nice and clean. I got to stay at the very front. Right at the start of the race, I got to get ahead of the pack just a little bit to avoid all the craziness behind it. It's a very nice start in first place. And I tried to keep very solid lines. I did a lot better this time, I'd say, at not hitting people. I'm very proud of myself. Didn't get penalized yet. So I'm feeling very good about that race.
Are you excited for the A main?
Absolutely.
60 laps. How are you going to do in that?
Pretty good, because now I got time to let my batteries charge, just chill for a while. So it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, thank you very much.
Here's the starting lineup for Heat 2. In row 1, we have Abram Shields and Alan Martindale. In row 2, we have Matthew Lucas, followed by Noah Grimes. And in row 3, we have Braxton Tanner and finally Nolan Berry. Let's get on to the final heat.
So we are moving on to the start of Heat 2. They're about to get rolling.
He's counting them off right here. Got a great race coming up right here.
3 red cars. It's going to be good. So you can see a tiny little bit of a start camera. And they are off with Harrison. No, that is not Harrison.
That's Alan Martindale.
Alan Martindale in front.
Matthew Lucas upside down. Here comes Abram Shields to take the first spot, though. Chaos further back. That's Matthew Lucas and Noah Grimes getting into it for that 4th spot. Matthew Lucas moving back up from upside down all the way into 3rd place.
Abram Shields will take his first lap, followed closely by Alan Martindale. Those two are definitely two to watch for this heat. As you can see, there's Matthew Lucas going by, Braxton Tanner, then Noah Grimes. Nolan Berry still hasn't even moved on past turn 3.
He's making his way around turn 4 right now. He's getting there slowly but surely. Look at the straight line that car has. Oh my goodness, flying past Braxton Tanner before he gets caught up in the carousel.
It's currently close between Abram and Alan and Matthew. They are currently all on lap 3. It is really close between those two. As you can see, Abram seems to just be wide ahead, but he gets stuck on that ramp, and that allows Alan to get... Oh, and there's huge trouble for both of them, and that allows Alan to get ahead, neck and neck, on the final turn, side by side, and Alan gets the lead, followed by Matthew. Matthew will take it as Alan's stuck. It's close between both of them.
Somebody's upside down.
And it's Alan followed by Matthew, and then closely behind is Abram. This is neck and neck between both of them. All 3 of them, actually.
Oh, and Abram's off. Abram's off on the hairpin.
And then Matthew is stuck. I think Alan will take the lead. But Alan gets stuck, and then Matthew goes by taking the lead. But he gets stuck.
Here comes Abram. Abram's going to shot back at it.
Wow.
Look out for Nolan Berry. No.
This is just intense racing. Matthew taking the lead. Wow. It's still close between those two. Anything can happen between those 3.
They're both a little caught up, the back 2, and that's going to let Matthew pull away a little bit here. What a sequence there.
Wow, those are some good first 6 laps. Insane. It is still close between those. Don't count them out. Anything could happen right now. But as Matthew is flipped over, Alan is coming towards the ramp. He is getting put back on his wheels, and it is even closer than it should have been. Neck and neck between those two. As you can see, Nolan Berry has only done 3 laps, but so has Noah.
We try to be impartial on these things, but he's what you call a rolling chicane. He's more somebody to avoid than to race around. And they're both stuck there on the ramp there.
Wow.
Let Abram Shields catch up. Here they go again down
Alan,
side by
but
side.
Matthew gets stuck, and that allows Alan to take the lead. But they both get stuck. They're still stuck, and then Abram gets to catch up.
And he overdrives the corner.
Well, it's close between them. And then Abram takes second place with Matthew closely falling behind as Abram gets stuck a bit by the walls, allowing him to lose a bit of the lead. As you can see, Alan neck and neck as Alan goes over the ramp, followed by Abram. And then soon Matthew almost gets stuck. But Abram is currently stuck. And oh my gosh, this is some close racing.
Alan's going to drive away. No help coming for Abram there. Finally, somebody comes and helps him. He's going to lose a lot of time.
And Matthew passes him, but he gets stuck. But so does Abram. Wow. Matthew goes into the pits on accident. Alan's currently about half a lap ahead of them. Again, like I said earlier, you cannot count anybody out for this race. This is racing, folks, and anything can happen.
Further back, Braxton Tanner has pulled a decent 2-lap lead over Noah Grimes for that transfer spot into the B main. So Noah Grimes will have to make up quite a few laps here if he wants to make it into the B main. Right now he's stuck in the C main. Back to the front, though, we got a good battle right there at the lead. And Abram Shields hard into that outside wall. He's stuck on his side. That was a mean lick.
Wow. And that will allow Matthew Lucas to get into second with Allen strongly ahead. He is almost about to lap those two, actually. It's really close. As we can see, Allen closing the lead on them on lap 12, though they are both on lap 11. And the further back we can see Noah. Noah, he's struggling quite a bit. Noah is definitely, he was one of the strongest racers in the previous races that he's taken part of. He took second, maybe third in qualifying, and he just absolutely, he dominated for his first couple laps in the last indoor race that he did. But he's currently down in fifth. It's very confusing on what happened to him. His downfall needs to be studied. But as we can see, they are currently all on lap 13. It is currently up. Never mind. As I say that, Allen crossed the line on lap 14.
Oh, he flipped upside down there.
And it is Abram taking seconds. And then Allen's still on the track. Wow. As we can see, one of the helpers just straight up ignores them, going to help Matthew for a second time as he finally gets help. And Abram gets stuck on the wall once again. And then Allen is able to securely take the lead, but he flips over again. Wow.
For Abram Shields, it's going to let Matthew catch up quite a bit.
Wow. Can I just say that was so upsetting for Allen, possibly having the lead just completely wiped from him.
Abram, you mean, but yes, that was a heartbreak.
No, I mean from Allen, because he was constantly upside down and nobody went to help him. And as you can see, Abram coming close on him, but he's going safely, trying to get through the chicane, but then Abram shoves Allen in the wall.
On the berm there, it's going to let Matthew get by as well, as Abram
neck and neck
shoots away in the lead.
Wow, some close racing between Allen and Matthew as Matthew tries to cut on the inside, but he gets stuck on the wall.
Abram's stuck in turn one. Abram's stuck in turn one. Wow. Something's going on with him.
And Allen catches, he's trying to do a dive bomb,
but he misses. 4 to go here, folks. 4 to go.
4 to go, and it's so close. But Allen's able to take the lead as Abram gets stuck, and Matthew is gaining on him, but Matthew gets stuck right as I say that. Wow, this is some incredible racing.
This isn't just for the win. This is also for a transfer spot. Keep in mind, third place does not go to the A main. So these top three, one of them will go to the B main.
They'll have to fight their way through the B main.
Right now, that's looking like Matthew Lucas, but Abram Shields has a struggle. Oh, Matthew's caught out there on the outside.
Oh, he's somehow getting to the outside corner. You can see Allen, he is so far ahead of everybody. About a lap, almost half a lap ahead. It's close. Matthew definitely going to be moving on to the B main, but that doesn't mean that he is out, as in it is not possible for all of these top three racers to move on to the A main. It's going to have to come down to only the top two. But as you can see, that is Nolan Berry. Nolan Berry is still on lap 5. He's
he just keeps on struggling, but real slow. This is the last lap right here, I believe.
Last lap for all of them. As you can see,
Allen's got a good lead over Abram Shields.
And then we can see Allen coming on top of the ramp to take it, but he gets stuck.
He's
and
stuck.
That allows Abram to get by him.
Take the lead.
To take for the final lap. Wow, that is incredible.
Abram's going to win this. I can't believe that.
Unless Abram gets stuck. Wow. That is an incredible race between those two. I know Abram sure will definitely have to be a little humble about that win, as he should not have had that win, but something happened. As we can see Allen coming right next to him, and he just barely gets seconds.
What a
neck
finish.
and neck between those two.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
What a finish.
Matthew will have to take third. That is incredible.
He really fell out of it at the end there, but what a finish between those top two. I apologize, guys. I thought they were on the last lap. They had 2 to go, so that was 2 to go when Abram got the lead, and then Allen almost tracked them back down. That's incredible. They've got a long way over the next couple as well. Braxton Tanner now has 5 to go.
He's currently also 5 above Noah, and then Nolan. I don't know if you guys saw that, but in the pit, Noah had to make an emergency pit because his battery seemed to not have really been working, and it seemed to die on him. And it turns out that someone actually stole his battery. But he's back on track. He's ahead of Nolan, which isn't very hard, as Nolan's on lap 6. He's only done 1 lap since who knows how many.
He's still down in the pit lane right now.
Still in the pit. Wow, sorry for that false news. And as you can see in the pit, Abram just straight up running through all the pit barriers. This is some insane racing. As you can see, a couple people still doing some cool down laps.
Nolan does have the opportunity to get back by Noe. He's 4 laps behind. That will be the difference between starting 2nd and 4th in the C main. So not a lot to play for here, but a little bit.
But Nolan has currently just got unstuck from flipping upside down. As you can see, Braxton, he has about 2 to 3 laps to go. It is going to definitely be Braxton taking 5th, or starting 5th in the B main. 5th? Is that 5th?
That would be fourth.
Okay, fourth.
Start fourth in the B main. The winner of the C main starts fifth in this.
Okay, yes.
Alan had in the pit there after a couple of cool down laps. He really had a great shot at winning that thing. This is a first time run for that team, and he went out there and almost beat one of our top guys, one of our fastest guys that we've seen, pole sitter at the Limestone in the second qualifier here today, and he almost won that thing. Great run from him. Great run from Matthew as well. He's also a rookie, and he is right up there with him.
Braxton is soon... Where is Braxton? Braxton is soon about to head onto the ramp to start his last lap to secure fourth in the B main. It has been a great race for him. He has definitely managed to secure his lead over at least someone who is considered a top driver, Noah, and Nolan. Nolan's just Nolan. I mean, he's better than the King BK himself. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
See Braxton coming over the ramp for the final time in Heat 2. He is about to cross the line. Oh, and he got stuck. And he's stuck again. Last lap luck, guys. Let me tell you, last lap luck. Everybody has it. And he is... Oh, no, he's stuck again. And he is going to cross the line to secure fourth in this heat and to secure fourth position for the B main.
Grimes is back out there. He's turning laps again, so he's just got to pull away from Nolan, which, again, like we try to say, we were unbiased in these, but it's not a particularly tall order to pull away from them. It's a 67 car. As you can see him working his way across start-finish line. The helper a little confused there with the 66 car, but he'll get going again.
See Nolan Berry once again stuck over the barrier. It was close between the top three. The bottom three, on the other hand, it's a difference between skill issue, mechanical issue, and just poor performance. If Braxton was put in the right car, he would definitely be able to contend for the top spot. But unfortunately, that C4 Corvette is slow.
Yeah, that's a car that it's an independent build. A lot of these guys get their equipment from the same manufacturer, and he's come out here with a different sort of approach, and it clearly hasn't worked out quite as well, but it was worth a shot, and he still managed to put down a finish better than two of these guys out here, one of which is an experienced racer who, granted, has had some issues in today's race, but not a bad run for that 44 team. Pace there, something that they'll obviously want to work on.
Both of these racers have one race experience. Both of them ended up DNFing. Well, actually, Noah ended up winning the loser's race in the last indoor race, and Nolan Berry did DNF. Nolan Berry was using the car that Matthew was using, and it seems that Matthew ended up trading spots on that team, which I think currently for their team, it is going really well. He is going to secure pole position for the B main, neck and neck between those top two, almost getting to the A main, but again, it's impossible for the top three racers to take up two spots.
Yeah, what we've seen is, and he'll start second in the B main, and he's got a really great shot to run good. And if he does make it through, which it seems like he would, he's got pace there. He's going to be right up there with the leaders. And then we saw both of those top two in today's race. He was right there with them, so he can definitely take it to him if he does make through into the A main.
I hate to make early calls, but I think that this is going to just stay the way it is. I think Noah's trying to put down laps, but again, he's suffering both a skill issue and a mechanical issue. I think his mechanical issue has been fixed. It's just the skill issue. It's going to take some practice for him. He was running great in the last indoor race. I don't know what exactly changed. As we can see, somehow Nolan Berry is on his roof. And we can see Noah Grimes. I don't know what Noah is exactly doing right now. So see, they are both just kind of stuck. Noah Grimes is
just a little
what
baffling.
Is he doing?
He's going to try to reverse across the line there.
He's not even close to done. He still has 3 laps left. I don't know what he's trying to do.
He's trying to drive in reverse, it looks like. He hasn't pointed that car around since the last corner.
If he can't even drive the car going forwards, I don't think he's going to be able to put down a clean lap going backwards.
He's still got 3 more laps. And now he's going to try to go forwards. Maybe put a lap on Nolan here, who's having his own trouble getting the car turned around. Here they go. Racing side by side.
Except for they're both kind of stuck.
Well,
side by side, as in through
take
one
what we
corner.
can get. And there's going to put another lap on him. That's a 7-lap difference now.
Wow, and he's stuck on the ramp. This is
sideways on the ramp too. That's the worst way to be stuck.
some sad racing, folks. Some sad racing. As Nolan Berry is caught up, but he for some reason goes backwards instead of forwards.
Look at these two.
Ramp. There are 2 laps to go.
Right here.
Nolan Berry crosses over the line.
Helper's not going to let him get away with that, is he? Nope. Puts him right back.
I will say the helpers in this heat have been a little disappointing for some circumstances. It was, as you guys saw, for the ending for the top 2, literally neck and neck, literally maybe a second difference, maybe half a second difference. If we saw that one of the helpers just straight up kind of refused to pick up Allen, and I don't know why. I don't know if you didn't see him, but it's a little disappointing. It definitely it cost some good races, but at the same time, it's not fair for those racers who are being negatively affected.
This is the finish right here. No Grimes is coming around to finish it.
He's going to cross the line to start second in the C main.
That'll be it.
We are here with 6th place contender in Heat 2, Nolan Berry. How'd your heat go?
6 or 7. You know, that's what I was really going for.
Are you excited for the C main? Do you think you'll be able to advance to the A main or B main in general? We are here. What? We are here with 5th place contender Noah Grimes. How'd you feel about your heat?
It was rigged again, dude. My car died in the middle.
Are you excited for the C main, B main, or possibly A main if you can get there?
I better win because I'm the best, actually.
Okay, I'll see you there. We are here with 4th place contender Braxton Tanner. How'd you feel about that heat?
I felt pretty good. Around like lap 10, my tire alignment thing went all the way to the left, so I just kept running into walls. So.
Are you excited for the C main, B main, and A main?
No, because my fingers already hurt, so more than 20 laps is going to be excessive.
I wish you luck.
3rd place in Heat 2, Matthew Lucas. He'll advance onto the B main. How do you feel about your event?
That went rather well. Decently clean race. Definitely had some errors. I ended up on the roof a couple times, but not bad considering I've had this car for 3 days, and this is the first time I've gotten to go around a track like this in this scenario. Yeah, this should be fun.
Feel good about your chances in the B main? You think you're going to advance?
I don't know. Because it does feel like a large part of this has the consistency of a randomization wheel. So we'll just see what happens when the race is done.
All right, sounds good. 2nd place for Alan Martindale. In Heat 2, he'll be advancing on to the A main. How do you feel about your event?
I feel pretty good. I'm glad I ended up in A main straight off the bat. I was hoping to get the first place within the heat, but that's okay. I still moved on to A main, so that was my main goal, and I'm pretty happy about that.
All right, that's about all I got. Thank you.
Thank you.
Winner of Heat 2, Abram Shields. How do you feel about your event?
You know, I could have done better. I don't think Allen should have been anywhere near me. I actually thought Noah Grimes was close to me, so I was 5th place. So, I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident, but I have a feeling I'm gonna land in 4th place.
How'd the car feel?
Great.
That's all you got?
6-7.
Not the best counter, but a good driver, Abram Shields.
Here's the starting lineup for the C main. In row 1, we have Harrison Stearns, followed by Noah Grimes. And in row 2, we have Alex Anderson and Nolan Berry. Let's get on to the race. Okay, we are starting the C main. So you can see we only have 4 cars. This is just top 2 just to move on to the B main. And that's when we'll get some real good racing. They're about to start off. They're just telling the rules on what's going on right now.
It's going to be 20 laps and
30 laps.
1 mandatory pit stop. 30 laps, my bad. That's why we got each other.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. They're counting them down.
And they are off. With Alex Anderson is able to take the lead while Harrison Stearns just go straight into the wall.
Oh, yeah.
There's a huge wreck like there normally is, and that allows Noah Grimes to take the lead. But he's moving on a little slowly. We can definitely see his battery and mechanical issue definitely affecting him. As we can see, Alex Anderson is also on there. And then Nolan Berry just straight up off the track, ruining the other camera. And he somehow did a barrel roll. I don't know if you guys saw that. He did a barrel roll, but Noah Grimes is able to complete the first lap, while everybody else is still around turn 4 and 5. You can see Alex Anderson is finally able to get his way out of this just pure carnage, but he's stuck in a little sliver.
Grimes is about a lap the field before anybody else is even completed the lap. He's lapped 2 cars, and he's right behind Alex Anderson.
He's moving on, but he gets stuck, and that allows Alex Anderson to, then Alexander gets stuck, and then boom, everybody is now officially lapped by Noah Grimes. I think, again, Noah Grimes, he has had some mechanical issues and a bit of a skill issues, to be honest, just to be frank. But so has Alex Anderson.
That was a hard hit.
That was a hard hit, holy moly. That definitely allowed Alex to just get back, and as you can see, Nolan Berry near them, kind of stuck. I don't know what he's doing. Harrison Stearns has completed his second lap. Nolan has just straight up not completed his second lap, completed his first lap. Nolan Berry hasn't even started his second lap.
Yeah, he's struggling around there. He's actually just slipped again there.
Wow.
And I don't think he's going to be one to contend today, but we'll see. Maybe he'll come back. Noah Grimes still out front here, and then you have Alex Anderson about 3/4 of a lap back, and then Harrison Stearns a half lap back from Alex Anderson.
Nolan he just now crossed the line for a second lap, moving really slowly. No clue why. He just almost pit Alex Anderson right off, but that's okay. Nolan Berry, he's moving a little slow. No clue why. As you can see, Alex Anderson, he's starting to make his way up to Noah. Noah is moving really slow right now. He seems to be stuck.
Yeah,
maybe it's mechanical issue. Oh, no, he's going back.
He's not turning. Oh, helper.
Back on. Alex Anderson is coming right on his tail, but no, he gets stuck.
No.
Goes off, and he somehow
but he recovers. I've never seen him move quite like that.
He's stuck again.
He's stuck again.
Wow.
Grimes hasn't made it very far on all that, though. There's definitely something wrong with that car. He is crawling around there. It looks like he's struggling around turns a lot. And here comes the lead change. Perhaps, maybe.
And here it comes.
There
and Alex Anderson takes the lead across from Noah. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it seems like Noah's having a bit of a gear issue. The only problem that I can probably see is that there's one other car manufactured by the same brands and same manufacturing, the same as Noah, and that is Cohen's. But Cohen is a strong leader. He won the Thanksgiving sprints. There are no points for those, but who knows if that will ever come up, but I doubt it.
Alex going to put Harrison 1 lap down. Harrison running 3rd. He's on the same lap as Noah Grimes at this point, though, I believe.
He is. Harrison is soon to come close to Noah. Noah's being put on top of the ramp. He's getting pushed off. He needs to have some assistance, but he's slowly moving. Seems to be an issue. He's going real slow. He's just straight up stuck, moving maybe faster than an ant. Maybe an ant is getting faster.
Something's wrong with that car, man.
The lights are on.
Yeah, the power's just not been disconnected. It's just the power's not getting put down.
He's getting help. Not an emergency pit stop, but definitely an emergency assistance. As we can see, Harrison Stearns passes him to take second, to possibly move on. But as we can see that there's an emergency pit stop for Noah Grimes.
Oh, no. Man, he's running so good there at the start, and the car just fell apart. We'll see if he can get back out here, though.
Wow.
Ooh, mean look for Alex Anderson. He is your leader by about 3 laps, so he's all right, but that was a nice little hit. 3 cars on track.
All stuck. This is some quality racing.
That's why they call it the C-Main, and there's your leader off.
I will say Alex, he did have some mechanical issues. His battery also died, and it seems Noah is out. Noah has been officially called out of the race.
Man.
Disappointing run.
I wonder what happened with that car, because he was running. It looked a little wrong off the start, but the pace was there, and then it just deteriorated real quick. That's odd. I really wonder what happened with that car.
See Alex Anderson put back on the track. He's officially on lap 10. Only 20 laps to go. He's 1/3 done. It is close between Nolan Berry and Harrison Stearns, but not really. There's Nolan Berry just doing Nolan Berry things. He's definitely not going to be able to move on. It's just so disappointing for Noah Grimes. He was leading strongly by 2 to 3 laps until mechanical issues just came, and it's upsetting. He seemed to have that his entire race career. He hasn't finished a single race besides the loser's race, but I don't think that's actually going to be counted. As you can see,
Alex just straightened a turn 1 right there. Didn't look like he even attempted to turn. I wonder if there's something wrong with the steering or it's just a driver error. But both Harrison and Nolan also going off a little bit there. That turn 1's giving them all some real trouble.
Alex Anderson, he has definitely stayed with the same type of car. He's definitely stayed with Lamborghini, but he moved from a car that was slow and able to turn well, decently well, to a car that is a lot faster. Actually, no, his car was not able to turn. It had the turning radius of a cucumber. And now it can turn, and I don't think he's used to it. I think he's used to oversteering, and I think he's still struggling with that a bit. But he's definitely making a strong effort to fix it, and he's doing a lot better than he was at the very start and at practice.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing some struggles from him, but I'm also seeing a lot of really clean corners. When he hits them right, I mean, he's on it. I watched him fly through turn 5 there, chuck really strongly earlier. So he gets towards turn 1. That's a lot better than what we saw in previous laps. He's definitely just coming to grips with that car, and that's part of a new car. And it's just a C main, but he's dominating this. So there's definitely something to be proud of here with what he's managed to do with that equipment.
I will say the most shocking thing about this, and we can see Nolan Berry is somehow upside down before even going on the ramp. I don't even know how that happened. But if he crosses the line, then he will officially at least finish 11th ahead of Noah Grimes, which is not something that, well, just to be frank, not trying to be rude to any driver, I'm pretty sure 99.999% of all people watching and driving definitely had him in the bottom. At least does another barrel roll. He's currently done 2 barrel rolls so far. I'm kind of baffled by him doing barrel rolls. Alex Anderson is officially on lap 16.
He is halfway done with this thing, which is an accomplishment. He's got 9 laps on the next, 5 laps. 9 laps on Nolan Berry, but then 5 laps on Harrison Stearns. So, he's got a pretty good lead. He just needs to finish this race. Flies over the barrier there.
Wow.
We'll see. Oh, and then
and then Harrison literally uses him as a ramp.
Manages to hit the only car that's also on the track there.
And that was currently 3 out of 3 stuck. And then Cesar,
Nolan's in the pit lane for whatever reason right now.
He's just barely a lap ahead of Noah Grimes. While Noah Grimes is out, if Nolan Berry managed to get out before him, he still would have finished last. But as you can see, Harrison Stearns, can I just say, Harrison Stearns is putting in a somewhat respectable performance for the car when he literally is not able to turn.
We have 1 car moving on track right now. I'm not sure what the purpose of pitting for these other 2 cars are.
Well, I mean, they do have to take their one mandatory pit stop.
You're correct. Excuse me, Counts. I got the rules confused there. That's on me. And they're both pitting right now. That would make sense. Okay. Excuse me. I leave just Harrison to pit. He's also the only car on track right now. So
and he's off.
All eyes are the only car attempting to be on track.
Let's see. It seems so far this race has definitely been a turn of events that I did not expect at all. I think I expected Noah Grimes to at least be in the top 2. I mean, to be honest, top 3. I mean, it's kind of impossible for you to lose to Nolan Berry unless your car literally blows up, which unfortunately is what happened to Noah Grimes. Not trying to be rude to Nolan Berry or anything, but I think my newborn baby is a better RC racer than him.
Harrison's got a chance here to just claw back some ground and possibly take the lead. Oh, but Alex is already at the pace. That was a good stop from him.
Listen, Harrison hasn't pit yet, so it'll definitely change some turn of events.
He will go to 2 laps down right there as he passes Alex, but he's probably going to lose that. Yeah, back down to 3 laps.
Just the speed difference between both of those cars are immense. And they're currently 2. That is double the amount of people on track. It honestly might double, maybe even triple the amount of wrecks. I mean, now that Nolan Berry is currently off of the track, it might quadruple, quintuple, sextuple, infinitely remove the amount of wrecks.
And this is what I was talking about, Counts. I mean, you see what the 16 car is doing. He's putting down clean laps. He's staying out of the wall. And so for a guy with a new car, as I say, that hits the wall there, but it's going to happen every now and then. For a guy with a new car that's still learning
they're both wrecked. They're both wrecked.
He's managed to put down some pretty clean laps here, and he's doing good. Harrison in the pit lane.
Emergency pit. His battery seemed to have died, so he's getting carried out as we officially now have 2 more racers on the track. I mean, and they're both crashed. That's okay. I mean, what do you really expect from the C-Main? I mean, the C-Main, well, I will say for 2 out of the 4 racers, the C-Main, they're only put in there because their batteries did die. They ended up having to DNF in the race. Alex Anderson has definitely clawed his way up, and he has proved himself that he is a good racer, and he knows what he's doing. I expect him to do well in the A-Main. currently we're going to see Harrison move on to the B main. And I don't really expect Harrison to be able to do much in the B main again. He's going to start 6th so far in the B main, and with a car that literally does not have a centering pin, which means that it cannot move. It just can't go straight. I don't expect him to really do much. I mean, he's found his way to put on 16 laps, and who knows what will happen. As you can see, Alex Anderson, he has 8 laps to go.
9 to go here, I believe. Regardless, he's in the final 2/3 of this race, and as has been the case for most of it, we're kind of just clawing through the laps right here. But he's got a pretty dominant grip over this thing. He's up to 6 laps on the next closest car, which is Harrison, who's still in the pit lane. Harrison having some trouble getting out of the pit lane.
And they're both crashed right now. I'm going to estimate 6 times that we have had everybody on track, off the track, and stuck. Which, wow,
that was an interesting looking wreck we just had right there.
Alex Anderson seemed to just straight up go through Nolan Berry. Oh my gosh, bro. Nolan Berry has put on one heck of a show for us. And I will say, if he can get some practice done throughout the downtime that we have from the winter to the summer, then he'll be able to definitely at least do something. I mean,
run better than this. Hopefully.
I mean, any practice will help him.
He is coming around to start lap 10 is where we're at, as Alex is coming around to start lap 25. So quite the difference here. And there he goes, starting lap 10. Here come the leaders, if you want to call Harrison that. They both make it through turn 1 pretty clean.
6 laps left to go for Alex Anderson, and he will take away 5th for the B main.
He will start 5th in the B main. Harrison looking to start 6th as well, if he can finish this race.
Currently in the middle of the outside. This is quite a long race. It's wow.
It's long's a good word for it. Counts.
30 laps yet. I have a feeling it's going to be longer than the B main. I mean, again, for Alex Anderson, he's just trying to get used to a new car with some mechanical issues. But besides that, they're definitely I can also say that for Harrison Stearns. Harrison Stearns' car is literally broken, and he's just trying to do what he can to run with it. And again, for Noah Grimes, he put down an incredible performance for the first and only 6 laps that he's ever done in the C main. And he was ahead until something happened. Who knows? It seems like his gears just were constantly rotating, but they weren't stuck on the car, and the wheels just weren't able to rotate at the same speed as the gears. But who knows?
Harrison upside down on the ramp. He was battling Alex pretty good there before he got caught on the inside wall. Alex just working his way through here. He's just got to keep the nose pointed and clean. Stay off these walls.
Nolan Berry found his way to go off the track and went backwards and ended up stuck once again while off track.
There'll be a white flag next time by for Alex Anderson. Of course, the race doesn't end until the second to last car finishes. So that'll be Harrison Stearns. He's coming to 10 to go.
Good race between Harrison and Alex Anderson.
Yeah, I mean, these two, when they are together, they race pretty good.
And it is the last lap for Alex Anderson as he's coming through turn 3, moving on to turn 4. He's going down through the carousel. Is that called the carousel?
That is the carousel, that big right-hander.
Sweet. Carousel. He's going
through the dog leg, over the ramp.
Up the ramp, through around the final turn. And he will take home the win for the C main.
Prestigious title.
Incredible performance for him. He'll... Nolan Berry, oh my gosh. He'll move on to the B main, starting 5th. Who knows what he can do in there. He's a good racer. I mean, he definitely provided some good quality racing for us. He got used to his car, and he ended up showing us that he truly can do. He can truly do it if he needs to.
Kind of 2 cars moving on track here. They're doing their best to make it around. And
we currently have just a couple left. As you can see, Harrison Stearns, he is about 7 laps to go. And he crosses the line. It's not really close between those two. Who knows what's going on, but it's going to be between those two. It's a difference between someone who literally cannot drive their car versus a car that literally cannot be driven. Two complete different gaps. One's just bad, and the other it has to deal with a bad car. Basically just said the same thing over and over. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've seen a single second of Nolan Berry actually doing. Nolan Berry, I don't think, again, no offense to Nolan Berry, but he has not done a singular clean lap without touching the wall. Or at least, it's just horrible. It's horrible to watch.
Yeah, this is pretty grueling here as we watch these two guys work their way around. It's not the cleanest racing you've ever seen, that's for sure. It's down to the point where our helpers are just walking to rescue these guys because they're so far apart and they're so, I guess, just wore out from this sort of a race.
The B and A main will definitely be a lot better quality racing. This race reminds me a lot of the losers race when it came to the last indoor race. That was set to 15 laps. This was set to 30. We expected more quality racing going on, but unfortunately that will not be delivered towards us. But that's okay. It'll be figured out better in the summer races. Maybe spring. Who knows if those calendars will line up. And we are a couple laps left to go for Harrison Stearns. He's about to cross the line for a few laps left. See about 4, a couple laps left.
Somewhere in there, yes.
Very close between those two. Nolan Berry, I want to say that he has improved his skills in driving in this little, wow, hard hit for Harrison into those tires. Blunt and honest with him, saying that he does not like him.
Some clean lines there through the carousel and hairpin. Some nice apexes.
Again, James, we do have to realize that Harrison is dealing with a car that literally cannot go straight without him having to literally hit his controller back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah.
So he's definitely having to deal with something, and I feel like most of these drivers wouldn't be able to deal with very well. I mean, while I can't really fully say if his driving skill is at this level permanently, we're gonna have to wait and see till he has a car that is perfect.
That was a clean lap.
No destructions done to it, and can just run and be smooth.
I mean, just from what you're seeing right here, when he stops to get that car turned, the back end spins around in a very unnatural way. There's clearly something wrong with that car, as you were saying. And all things considered, I mean, I know the times aren't there, but he's doing pretty good with it. And his previous, not this one, as he's gotten stuck, but his previous lap was actually pretty clean. It'd be a competitive lap in a competitive race. There's clearly something there. He's just struggling with it.
I will admit, I have talked to him about it, and he said that there was some issues with it, and he changed it to rear-wheel drive. So that could be the issue with the back end spinning out, but who knows? Because I'm pretty sure he said something about removing the tire. He said something about removing a motor from the front two tires, and I think that did make it rear-wheel drive. So currently I have about 2 to 3 laps left to go for Harrison. And Nolan Berry, he's just going to have to, keep on chugging until Harrison is done. There's not much Nolan Berry can do. Again, as we can see, Nolan Berry, he's going a little slow. Don't know what he's doing exactly, to be honest.
Yeah, we're looking at 13 laps between them right here, so they're pretty much completely isolated from each other, and Nolan just has to keep, like you said, keep chugging along.
He's on his roof. This is indeed the loser's bracket.
Yeah, this is Harrison's going to jump for the wall right there.
He's going to get fished out, but back to where he needs to be. It's real unfortunate that Noah Grimes DNF'd because while they still would have had to be racing, this race is actually technically for the transfer spot to the B main. And it's unfortunately not as entertainment. But as you can see, he's about on his last lap. And if he crosses that line, he will move on to take 6th place in the B main. He is struggling, stuck on that wall, and he will take it. He will go into the B main. Insane race for Harrison Stearns. So, James, how'd you feel about that race?
Well, it wasn't the cleanest racing we saw, but we've seen that Alex Anderson really might be a competitor in the B main. Excuse me.
I just want to say that Noah Grimes had just the most disappointing run yet again. Battery failure on lap 6 while strongly ahead by 3 laps. 2 laps?
Something like that. He had a strong lead. He was sitting comfortably, and he looked like the real favorite to win this thing and advance onto the B main. And then, like you said, battery failure took him out early.
Besides that, in the back, there's Harrison Stearns. He moved on. Good for him. I mean, he was dealing with some issues that I don't know why. He used the rental car in the heat, and then he decided to swap over. I guess he didn't really expect to move on, so he was like, you know what, I might as well have one final run with it. But now he's in the B main starting 6th. And then Nolan Berry, what do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of work to do, but he went out there, he gained some experience, and he completed some laps. He wasn't completely useless, so nothing to turn your nose up at, I guess. But Alex Anderson, pretty dominant day. He'll be one to watch out for in the B main for sure.
Okay, let's move on to interviews. We are here with the last place contender, Noah Grimes. How did your disappointing run end?
All I gotta say is R.I.P. Spider-Man. He lived a short life, and he died in that race, and it's pretty tragic, so I just want to honor Spider-Man.
R.I.P. Hopefully you'll show up with a new car in the spring races.
I will.
If we do those. We are here with 3rd place contender, Nolan Berry. How'd it go? And why are you so sweaty? Bars.
I did bad because I'm stupid and I'm an idiot. And my battery didn't work and I had to make an emergency pit stop and I'm retarded.
Second place in the C main. Harrison Stearns, how do you feel about this?
I'm feeling great.
You're feeling great?
I went back to my old car. I figured out how to use it without the automatic alignment, so I got to control the straights on myself, got to bob and weave, but I was hitting some drifts around the sharp corners. I felt great.
How do you feel about 40 more laps? Do you think your chances are good?
Oh, I think I'm there.
All right, feeling confident. Harrison
Yep.
Stearns starts 6th in the B main. Negative Nancy here. Alex Anderson, our first place finisher from the C main. Tell us about your race.
I think there's still more I can improve, but definitely having a battery that didn't die in under like 4 laps really helped me out there. It actually allowed me to finish the race, and I did pretty well, I think, with my new car.
You showed pretty good pace out there. How do you think you're going to size up against the cars in the B main?
I have confidence that I'll end up in the A race, but I'm not sure how well I'm going to do. Of course, there's like better drivers there, so it's going to be a bit tougher. But I have confidence that I'll be able to like get through it.
First place in the C main.
Here's the starting lineup for the B main. In row 1, we have Cohen Bell. He got moved up to 1st, like I said previously, because of that penalty on Eli Gwynn. 2nd is Matthew Lucas, and 3rd is Eli Gwynn, and 4th is Braxton Tanner. In the last row, Alex Anderson, followed by Harrison Stearns. Let's get on to this race. Okay, so they're starting it off. They are getting the countdown. It's going to be one good race.
It's going to be a great race.
And they are off. Matthew Lucas able to take the lead, followed by Eli Gwynn, and closely up by Cohen Bell. And Cohen Bell is able to take the lead yet again in the second race that he's in at the very start. Matthew Lucas is close behind. There's a close race between those two, followed by Alex Anderson up in 3rd, all the way from 5th.
3-car got a little loose around the back end, and Matthew Lucas had nowhere to go right in the back end.
Oh, Alex Anderson was trying to go around on the outside, but he gets caught up. Wow, this is some close racing between the top 3 right now. As you can see, Matthew Lucas is a strong lead, followed by Cohen Bell. It's very close between us. As we can see, Matthew Lucas got a little caught up, but so did Cohen Bell in the same exact spot. As we can see, Harrison Stearns, he is stuck. He has currently only done about 1 lap. He is currently on a still lap. Again, he is struggling with the car that cannot go straight.
3-car got wicked sideways coming out of the sweeper right there. He gathered it back up real good, but that car is loose. They have a strong lead over Alex Anderson in 3rd. He's trying to hunt down Matthew Lucas in the 53 car. He's going to gain a little bit right there as Matthew Lucas flips over, but Matthew Lucas keeps the lead.
I'd say the difference between and Cohen Bell is able to take the lead. Wow, Cohen Bell definitely has a car that is it's a bitch to drive.
It's a handful,
but it's one of those cars that you say you want to have, but once you have it, you just want to win.
He's making do with it. He's staying out front right now by a little bit. We'll see if he can keep it.
He's up to Eli Gwynn. He's about to lap Eli Gwynn. Maybe for the second time, who knows? But Eli Gwynn, he's been causing a little bit of trouble. He's definitely pile up with Matthew Lucas. Wow.
Gwynn tagged Bell right there in the keyhole, and then he got Matthew Lucas right back. It evened out, and then Cohen Bell, of course, got in the wall right there on his own. That's going to give Matthew Lucas the lead back.
Neck and neck until Cohen Bell just seems to magically slip and go straight into one of the walls. As we can see, Alex Anderson, he's down by a bit, but never mind. But never mind. As I say that, Alex Anderson is able to get a lap down again from Cohen Bell. He's still not fully unlapped himself.
Oh,
But as you can
Cohen
see,
Bell having a terrible run of events right here. He's lost pretty much all of his ground.
But we also see Matthew Lucas. He's getting stuck in turn 2 with a couple of his rivals in this race. And Matthew Lucas is going over the barrier once again. Cohen Bell definitely might not be able to gain some lead, but again, this is a 40 lap race. So who knows what can happen in the remaining 37 laps that both of them have. Or sorry, 33, not 37. So you can see Matthew Lucas, he is currently stuck on the ramp. He's able to get on going backwards.
He's gonna, wow, what a clean recovery right there. That's some good driving from the 53 team.
Yes, sir. Cohen Bell was about to make his way up, but Matthew Lucas is stuck. Cohen Bell, but he spins around. Oh, wow. But Matthew Lucas is stuck, trying to find his way on the track. He's not able to get in. Cohen Bell
gets the lead back.
Wow.
These two were back and forth the whole way.
This is racing. Anything can happen. As you can see further in the back, it is close between Harrison and Braxton, as they are kind of close.
Alex has also unlapped himself and is on the same lap as these top 2 leaders.
Wow.
So he's about half a lap back, but he's back in this thing very much.
You can see around turn 1, it is Cohen Bell, closely followed by Matthew Lucas. It is close between those two. Wow, this is close. Alex Anderson officially on lap 9, joining all of them. Wow, wow, wow. This is close between Harrison and Braxton. They're both currently on lap 6, but Braxton actually managed to get on lap 7.
And Bell's off.
Wow, Matthew Lucas is also on.
Alex can make up a lot of ground right here as they both get going again.
Both of them get put down. Matthew managed to crash a little bit ahead of him, so he's going to put down ahead. So that'll be initial lead. But again, as you can see from Cohen Bell is a great racer. He understands the lines, but it's just, can he catch up to that car? Because that Matthew Lucas car, it is fast and it is stable. And that's the one problem with that number 3. It is not very stable. It'll shake. It's kind of like a rattling snake. It just shakes constantly. And when he can control it, he is definitely in contention for the lead. But when he can't, he's unfortunately out of it.
Well, he struggled to control it right there as he got caught up a little bit. He regathered himself, but he's about half a lap back again now. He's still got a strong lead over Alex Anderson, another half lap or so. But he's going to settle in a second here. Alex Anderson going to lap down. Alex Anderson, of course, is our transfer from the C main along with Harrison Stearns, who's fallen quite a ways back. So if he can pass Cohen Bell, and that's pulled out a gap to about 2/3 of a lap over Alex. But if he can make up that gap, he will advance to the A main, which would be quite the happening. Nice pile up right there. All 3 cars getting involved, and now it's a full lap that Alex has to make up.
Full lap on Cohen and 2 laps on Matthew. So far in this race, we have about... Oh, Braxton is just leaving the pits. So far on this race, we can see there's 2 battles going on. It's a battle between the top 3 and a battle between the bottom 2. Eli, he's kind of in between all of them. He's about 2 laps away from the top, and he's about 3 laps away from the bottom. So, he's comfortably slit himself into a position in which he's not really having to deal with any battles. He's still not close to a transfer spot, but he has time. Again, we have about 30 laps left, and currently we only have 1 person pit. But who knows, that might change soon. As we can see,
three's in the pit. He was close to going a lap down there before Matthew Lucas flipped over and sweeper. So he looks like he's going to take his pit stop and try and get a fresh battery or whatever is the plan here. And it's going to leave Matthew Lucas pretty much in a challenge with the about a 2-lap lead over Alex Anderson. And we'll see what he can do with that.
Again, we currently have about 2 people who have pit out of this. We have 4 remaining to pit. Again, still pretty early on. As we've seen from Alex and Matthew, they both have had a little bit of battery issues. Matthew's was in the middle of practice, while Alex's was just straight up in both the C main and in the heat. It is close between those two. As you can see, Cohen Bell, he's going to lose it to Alex through this pit. But again, he hasn't pit yet, so who knows what will change. It'll most likely change back to how it was.
Yeah, what you'll see is Cohen Bell, and in addition to that, Braxton Tanner will cycle back to the front as guys start to pit, assuming that they manage to maintain the pace that they were at. But Matthew Lucas running clean laps, pretty much in the challenge at the front.
If Eli just got by the pit, that means that Eli is ahead of Cohen. Again, Eli and Matthew, actually everybody besides Cohen and Braxton haven't pit. So it's going to be interesting to see what will change when these people pit. As we can see, number 3 is leaving the pit officially. And that'll put him about 2 laps down, actually 3 laps down behind Alex, soon 2, about 2.5, and solid 4 to 4.5 laps behind Matthew. Again, it's a good battle between Harrison and Braxton. They are both on lap 11. As you can see, Braxton is now Actually, no, Braxton is now on lap 12, while Harrison is about to cross the line soon after he gets over the ramp. But again, he's having some issues, He's putting in a good race, but, he's doing as much as he possibly can.
Eli in the pit lane looks like he's about a lap and a half back from Alex as well, so he wasn't really making up any ground as was. So good time to pit, I feel like. I agree with that call, and we'll see where he ends up in comparison to the 3 car as well as the 44.
If we can look at the number 3 car right now, he seems to be moving a lot slower than he was in the past. He's currently struggling to get up that hill, as we've seen in the past from getting a big boost from the helper. Definitely helping out. As we've seen from the past, another person who's had that exact issue was Noah Grimes, and I don't know if you guys know this, Noah Grimes and Cohen Bell, their cars have actually both been wow, Matthew Luke is trying to make a questionable pass, but both of their cars were made from the same manufacturing, and they seem to both be having the same issue.
That car was struggling a little bit with speed as was before he changed, and then you expected to get faster with the new battery, and he clearly hasn't. I wonder if he just hasn't changed out the battery properly or what. But it seems it's not moving terribly slow. It's just a good bit slower, comparable to what it was doing before the battery. But like you said, we're seeing him struggle. There he goes again, struggling to get up the ramp quite a bit.
Get it up, yeah.
So that's kind of the main signifier of the problem. He is back past Eli. He's 2 laps behind Alex here.
And Alex still hasn't pit. Neither has Matthew. You're looking to lose about 3, maybe 4 laps on your opponents when it comes to pits. So at this current rate, Cohen will take the lead. Just barely. Maybe not, actually.
It'd be
Who knows?
close.
It'd be close.
It really depends on how quick that 53 team can get that stop done. But right now, he's hanging in that 3 or 4 lap gap like you were talking about. All the cars over the ramp right here. This will be interesting to watch. And most of them are going to get through there cleanly. Braxton got held up and held at the 3. Everybody else got through perfectly fine.
As Cohen Bell gets help over the ramp, but he seems to flip over. He's moving real slow, a lot slower than he was usually. I mean, he's still managing to wreck. I don't know if maybe his speed has affected his handling. Now he's just straight up moving a lot slower. It seems like he's able to get going, but it's just that get going.
It's the acceleration that's definitely been hurting. It looks like, wow, look at how fast the 16 just flies around him.
He's still able to keep on because, again, number 3, he is a good racer. Cohen Bell knows what he's doing when it comes to some of these races, but he just
stuck on the ramp again there.
Dependent on the speed. It's just
something's wrong with that car, but he is hanging in there. The 53's in the pit as well, so we'll see where he comes out relative to the 3 car, who at this point is running in 3rd, but Alex has yet to pit. Yes. Alex has built out a gap enough, though, that it would be close to see where he comes out relative to the 3. Those two would be close once Alex pits. So the 3 car might be out of a transfer spot even at this point. Once everybody cycles through, we'll see.
Yeah, and we will see. Yes, it's currently it's that 3 to 4 lap window is what a pit looks like. And Matthew, he's seems to be having a good pit. He seems to just be waiting around. He's definitely able. A lot of cars, some people have seemed to struggle in the pits. Most people have had to do longer battery changes than they expected. But it seems that Matthew, he knows what he's doing. He got it done. He got it handled. And he kind of pit, near the end, halfway through the middle. It's he definitely seems like he will be able to stay strong and contend for the top spots. As you can see, Cohen Bell was not able to gain up, but again, he might be able to gain on Alex because again, that 3 to 4 lap window when it comes to pits is important, as it is currently a 3.5, maybe 4 soon lap window between Alex and Cohen, and that's if this just stays exactly like how it is.
And the 53 car is out of the pit here. He's about a lap and a half ahead of the 3, so it ended up not being even close, but I think that big part of that is the 3 clearly having some trouble. He's still chugging along though. Gets caught in the wall right there, and look at how much he's struggling down the back straight to accelerate. He does eventually get up to speed, it looks like, but
gets a push by Matthew. Kind of helps him out, but it ends up not really helping overall. See, Matthew Luke is currently stuck right in front of the ramp. Let's see if number 3 will constantly be needing some help going up that ramp.
Yeah, quite a bit.
See, one of the helpers just straight up not even wanting to help him.
Yeah, that's not
right. It seems like he can't even move in general.
I think Alex is in the pit here as well right now. He's not on track anymore.
Yes.
We might have missed some pitting in, but he's in the pit, I believe.
Yes, and that'll allow Matthew to take the lead back again.
Yeah, he took the lead right there, and we'll see how he comes out relative to the 3 cars. Well, the 72 cars, quite a ways back, but if the stop is slow enough, who knows, maybe the 72 car will get past Alex Anderson. As they continue around, Cohen Bell will be making himself on the same lap right here if he passes the green line. He's 1 lap down from Alex right now, so there he's on the same lap. And Alex still in the pit lane, not even in the exit.
Wow.
So, but yeah, you look at that.
Acceleration is rough.
Something's wrong with that car for sure, no doubt about it.
As we can see, Alex, he's entering the window to leave the pit. He is running up those stairs to get back to that balcony to leave. It's definitely going to be close between him and he has some troubles. This might help number 3 car, but as we can see, number 3, he's being moved to the pit from one of the helpers. This is not good for him, especially with the transfer spot literally in the grasp of his hands.
Yeah, he needs a miracle at this point. This is not good for him at all.
You know, who knows? We've seen from Alex Anderson, he has had some battery issues. He pit very late on lap 29. So who knows if anything will come back. He has about 15 laps left to go, maybe 16 on that battery. But who knows?
Harrison also in the pit lane at this point. He's well back from everybody else, so he's not really a contender, but he is pitting. This is not good for the 3 car, though. He needs a miracle at this point. This is a huge lucky break for Alex Anderson, who could have possibly lost that transfer spot if the 3 car hadn't been having those mechanical problems.
As we can see, number 3 coming to the pit window. He seems like he might have fixed a bit of the issues. He seems to be up and up, and he's going back.
He's back.
Maybe there's some hair in that. As we can see in the pit, Harrison Stearns, his car is moving as slow as can be. Barely even moving. He might DNF. Who knows what's going to happen. We have about 5 to 6 laps to go for the leader, Matthew. He's just truly proven that he is dominant, and he will definitely do good in the race. We haven't seen any further action between some of the people in the A-Main. It's going to be very exciting for those people. It's going to be a great race for the A-Main. This race has also been pretty good. It's been close between the top 3. I mean, some people have had some issues, but who knows? As you can see,
Eli Gwynn also lapping Cohen Bell that time out. Cohen back on the lead lap, but he's a full lap behind 3rd place now, so we need to make up 2 spots, and that is looking increasingly unlikely as the race nears its end.
And Harrison Stearns, he seems to be having some issues with his car. I think that he is going to end up DNFing again. His car has had some issues from the get-go. Just going to see him leave. Harrison is officially out DNFing in this race. Wow, that is so disappointing. I mean, he was 7 laps behind Braxton, so it's like he was most likely going to end up last regardless, but wow, is that just upsetting.
3 cars going back to pit lane, guys, and that's not looking good for him. He's now down 3 laps to the next closest car and 6 to a transfer spot. There's only 6 laps left for that last transfer spot car, which is Alex Anderson.
Wow.
Not looking good.
So far, about 2-3 laps left to go for Matthew. We have about 6-7 laps left to go for Alex. Then a couple laps left in the back. This is definitely going to lock in Matthew and Alex to move on to the A-Main. I will say, Alex has had a very, 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 very surprising performance when it comes from the start of practice, the start of the heat, to C-Main, and to the B-Main so far.
We're also receiving reports that the 3 car is pulled out of the race at this point, so that'll be it for him. At this point, it's just whether Eli can make up a whole 3 laps in 4 laps on 16 car, which seems unlikely. But here comes Matthew Lucas taking the white. 1 lap to go.
He's on his final lap, coming through corner 4. He's going down through the final turns. He's, again, having some good last lap luck. I mean, he's coming a little stuck. He's coming over the ramp, around the final bend, and he crosses the line to win the B-Main. Flipping over.
Spectacular crash there at the end.
Taking home 5th position, starting 5th for the A-Main. Incredible race for him. Next, we're just waiting for Alex. I mean, something could possibly happen. Eli has actually gained some laps on Alex. I mean, it's very close between those two. Who knows if anything will happen, but so far he has about 3 laps to go, while Eli has about 6, so, you know, you need a miracle for that number 72 car to get up there.
He's not having it right now. He just lost a lap to the 16 as well. Alex coming to 2 to go right here. So at this point, I mean, Eli's got, 5 to go? It's not looking good. Braxton Tanner's also lapping out there. He'll probably finish 4th in this thing, which is a good day for an alternative program. That Corvette's not from the same program as everybody else, and he's a rookie driver. So a solid day. 4th in the B-Main. That'll chart him 8th overall in the event.
Alex Anderson going over the ramp around the final turn to take home 2nd place in the B-Main, and to lock in starting up 6th for the A-Main. Incredible performance for him.
That was the last transfer spot as well, so now Eli's just got to finish this race in there. And, he should be okay. That's a solid day for Eli. It's a great day for Alex, though, as you're saying. He was expected to not do too well from what we saw in the heat, where he bailed out. Obviously, some battery troubles there, but he came back and he's moving all the way up in the A main from the C main. So, great run from him.
I will say for Eli, he has been a front contender, if he even is a contender, besides DNFing so far in the previous races. So he is now matched with cars that have the same exact performance, and I don't think he's able to control his quite as well. His might be acting up a little weird, but who knows? I mean, he's still able to lock in eighth for this race. I mean,
it will be 7th overall.
7th overall
for Eli. As long as he finishes this race, Braxton will finish 8th. Which, 2 good runs for them, 2 decent runs. Obviously not what they wanted, but sometimes you got to take what you can get. He is coming around to take his white flag. This will be his last lap. He is working his way through these corners. There's some clean run through the carousel. Through the keyhole, excuse me. Gets caught on the wall, but he's going to keep going. He's learned with that car quite a bit. You're saying he's having those steering troubles, and I bet they're still there, but he's definitely improved, I think, over the course of the event. He's gotten better with it.
Yes, he's coming over the ramp. Oh, never mind. He's stuck right before the ramp. He's stuck on the ramp.
Last lap luck, as you
Braxton
say.
passing him. No, I'm never going to get stuck. And he will...
Oh, not quite.
And he'll cross the line for 4th place in the B main and 7th overall. Great run by him.
3rd place in the B main. Yes, great run from Eli Gwynn.
So, James, how did you feel about that race?
I thought it was a pretty exciting race. We saw Matthew Lucas just kind of run away with it. Big upset in the fact that Alex Anderson, who started in the back of the C main in P3 out of 4, advanced all the way through to the A main here. So he'll have a shot at winning it all from the back. Also good runs from Eli Gwynn, Braxton Tanner. Big disappointment from the 3 team. I know they had a lot of high hopes going into it, and they were a favorite. But, that's the way racing goes sometimes. And, decent, solid run for rookie Harrison Stearns.
I agree with you. I'm most shocked by the upsettingness of the number 3 team. I mean, he is currently, besides this race, he is the previous winner for any race so far. So he's coming in here with the most hopes to bring home another win. And it's just upsetting that, he was leading into that position and able to go into the A main and take home possibly a podium. But unfortunately, mistakes happened, and well, actually, I wouldn't say that was his mistake. Something just happened to that car, and he was just unfortunately forced to DNF.
Yeah, disappointing run from him. He'll be back for the next one, though, I'm sure. And I think there's some positives he can take away with it. But, yeah, absolutely a disappointment from him. And, tough break.
Let's move on to interviews. We are here with 5th place contender, Cohen Bell, having an unfortunate ending. Tell me how it went.
The car was good. We were running good. Completely just dominating. I feel like, I would keep track of the laps, so I felt like the laps were in good shape. And then felt the battery go away a little bit around lap 20 or so. And so went in, changed it, and then after that, something went wrong. The guys are still looking at it right now, trying to figure out, but the car just had some sort of issue, and it got worse and worse and took us out. So, yeah, that's how it went.
Okay, what are you going to be doing for the future races?
I don't think that car's salvageable. We'll have to get a new one. But we had pace. We ran good. I'm not upset because when the car was working, I was good. So no big deal.
Unfortunate end for you. Hopefully to see you in the future races. We are here with 6th place contender Harrison Stearns. How does it feel to actually get into the B main with questionably probably the most problematic car?
It was... I'm happy with where I made it. I think there in the last race my gearbox burned out, so that's why I couldn't do anything. Aside from that, I might have gotten 5th place if it hadn't, just because how my car was, but I feel like I'm happy with where I did. I'm ready for next year when I'll have a better car.
Okay. I'm excited to see you. We are here with 4th place contender Braxton. How does it feel to get all the way to the B main?
I feel pretty good. I finished 4th unknowingly. I thought I got dead last, but apparently there were 2 that got disqualified because their cars blew up. So I feel pretty good about that.
Are you looking forward for the future races in the next year?
Yes, I am. I need to get another car, though, because my fingers hurt like a mother trucker because my switch is like a little tiny joystick instead of ones that turn. So I need to get a new car for sure.
I'm excited to see in the future races.
Third place here for Eli Gwynn. Tell us about your race.
You know, it was good. It was a really rough start. Definitely had some troubles, figuring out my car's dynamic, just trying to understand the car a little better. As each race, it got slowly worse. But this time, sucked the most. Until probably about the latter half of the race, I was really able to figure out my car a little more and lock in. I got donated some poverty places from the 2 unfortunate racers who were not able to finish. But, you take what they give you, right? So you run with it right out of qualifications for the final race. But I'm cheering my brothers on. Hopefully place well.
You will place?
I'm gonna fuck.
You will fuck. Second place here in the B main for Alex Anderson. He will advance to the A main. Tell us about your race.
It was good. There's a few times I got ran around, and of course my car died halfway through, but I actually had a battery on hand so I could fix it, and it allowed me to actually finish the race, and I was satisfied with what I did, though I think I could still do better.
How do you feel about your chances in the A main?
I'm scared, but I'm confident.
Here's the starting order for the A main. In row 1, we have Julian Miller, followed by Abram Shields. In row 2, we have Graham DeSalle, followed by Alan Martindale. And finally, in row 3, we have Matthew Lucas, followed by Alex Anderson. Let's get on to the final race.
My car didn't have a malfunction, which put it ahead of most of the field, I think. But yeah, I am kind of getting the hang of the car. It veers a little bit, but I've adjusted the steering adjustment thing. That might backfire on me. It might have actually fixed something. I don't know. This next race should be interesting.
He'll start 5th in the A main. Matthew Lucas.
A main, 60 laps, 1 mandatory pit stop, winner takes all.
And they're about to start off the race.
Everybody's lined up, 60 laps.
And they are off. Julian Miller instantly to the wall. That allows Abram Shields. But Matthew Lucas decides to take the win. But no, oh my gosh, Abram Shields takes the lead while Matthew is in second, followed closely by Alan Martindale and Graham DeSalle. So far, the top 3 that we've seen were very, 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 very close in Heat 2, and it might just be like that. But poor Julian Miller, he's currently going into the pits. Something is wrong with his car.
Yeah, he's pitting.
Wow. One of the earliest pits we have ever seen, if not the earliest. He hasn't even completed a lap. He was currently...
Oh, Matthew Lucas upside down. He's going to lose 2 spots there. He was side by side with 64 car Alan Martindale when he hit the wall. Alan upside down as well. That's going to let Graham DeSalle into P2. Oh, and they hit. But Abram Shields running away with this thing. He's got a half-lap lead early in this race.
Yes, neck and neck between those top 3. And top 4, I'd say top 5, Alex Anderson, he's definitely not out of it. But again, he is really close to those 2. But again, Alex Anderson, he just went through Heat 2, C main, B main, and now A main. His batteries are definitely going to be worn down, and his performance is definitely going to be shown by that. We're currently on lap 5, and it's neck and neck between the top 2. As you can see, Abram Shields just straight up ran. Who is that? That's Alan off the road.
Yeah, they were racing close there, and then they got into
again.
Alan going to get back into him before finally getting caught on the wall. He's racing for his lap.
There goes Abram, and Graham DeSalle takes the lead for the A main. He struggles to go up the turn, but as you can see, somehow Abram Shields is flipped over.
He's upside down. He is right ahead of Matthew Lucas, that 3rd place car. Matthew Lucas upside down off the ramp as well.
As you can see, Julian Miller, he is leaving the pit. He is 5 laps down. That is the most laps down that we have ever seen so far when it comes to pit stops. But again, something was wrong with this car. Who knows fully what was wrong? As you can see, Matthew Lucas has taken 2nd spot from Abram. Abram was currently leading for about 5 laps. Julian Miller was about to win. No, sorry, not about to win. He was about to lead, but he just went straight into the wall. Who knows what happened?
And he raced pretty hard there with Matthew Lucas before they get
taking him out. And there's the Abram Shields is now neck and neck right on Matthew's butt.
This will be for second.
Wow, Matthew gets stuck in the wall and causes Julian. Oh, Julian causes Matthew to get stuck.
Alex into the leader as well, further back.
Wow. This is some close racing. Again, as you can see, Abram Shields is off the track, and that might allow Graham DeSalle to lap him. And he is officially lapped. That just leads Matthew Lucas to be lapped, and that will lead the entire field to be lapped. So far, I think our record of the entire field being lapped is about 40 seconds. So we are currently, so far, seeing some great racing compared to that. As we can see, Graham DeSalle is actually neck and neck right on Matthew's bumper. But so is Abram Shields. Abram is trying to get his way up there. As we can see, Graham DeSalle has crashed Matthew maybe one fourth of a lap ahead. But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's really dependent on whether Matthew can put down some good laps and whether the 22 car will have some problems. That's usually how it happens. You can see the 53 car actually having problems himself. That's usually at times the made up or lost here is just staying out of trouble, and that's something the 22 car has managed to do very well so far.
It's getting really close between 22 and 53. He's about to lap him by about like 1/4 of a lap. It's very close. As you can see, Abram Shields, he's currently stuck so far over that ramp. We have seen a couple people kind of get flipped over on that ramp, and there it goes. The entire field has been lapped by Graham DeSalle. Graham DeSalle had to him what would have been a disappointing run for Heat 1. He has currently been one of, if not the strongest contestants we have had in this RC racing event. He managed to get second by about a lap in Heat 1, and now he is leading very strongly, 14 laps in, lapping everybody, including the person that he's having a hard battle with in Heat 1, Julian Miller. Julian Miller still all the way in the back, but again, he is so far pit. He's the only one who is pit, and he's right next to Alex Anderson. Wow, close race.
He has been reeling in these cars right in front of him just a little bit. And when he cycles back through the pit stops, it'll be interesting to see where he comes out because he might actually be in pretty decent shape here.
There's a change between third and fourth. As you can see, Alan Martin has been able to get by Abram Shields. Like we've seen from Abram, he's one of, if not the best at qualifying. He is constantly, as we say that, he's going into the pit. He is a great qualifier. He's able to put down insane laps under the pressure of everybody around him, and when there's nobody on the track. But the second that other people are on the track, someone's singing down there, the second someone's on the track with him, he just seems to get on them and just crashes constantly.
Alex Anderson straight over the berm there in turn 1. He's going to get reset and he's having trouble getting going, but that was a pretty nice lick. Julian Miller still gaining on him. I'd be interested to see where those two in particular come out once Alex pits. He hawks down. I'm excited about this Julian Miller. Wow, nice little ramp there. But I'm excited to see where he comes out because he's at the back, but he is genuinely gaining time little by little on these particularly fourth.
As he is stuck currently around turn 3.
That's tough.
He's still there. Nobody's getting him, but someone finally recognizes that he is there. And that will allow him to lose another lap to the leader. But again, Julian Miller is currently right next to Abram Shields. But again, Abram is pit. Actually, both of them is pit.
Yeah, Abram's in the middle.
The top 4 haven't.
Yeah, so it looks like Abram's about to leave here. So Julian will be about a lap and a half back from Abram Shields. So I was wrong on that one, but it could have been very different had he not.
Abram Shields is instantly off the track. Now, it might allow Julian to get a lap back, but no, Julian gets stuck. Again, these minor inconveniences to these racers can have a huge change in the race.
Yeah, they add up for sure.
And there goes Julian Miller about to get by him. Like we said, these minor inconveniences, he's neck out and he crashes again. The one thing that we've seen from these racers is that when they get going, they are going. But when they stop and when they wreck, it's just hard for them to get going. As you can see for Alan Martindale, a little bit of a wreck with Julian Miller, and he had a bit of trouble getting back in. But he is now in, and he is doing strongly. Julian, again, with this battle between Julian and Abram, Julian is able to pass him because Abram gets stuck on the wall.
They're still about a lap apart, but yeah, that's gonna be big because both those guys have pitted, so
Abram's still stuck there.
Julian doesn't have to lose any more ground. It's just pure racing between those two all the way to the end here. 36 to go.
So far, as we can see, we have only had 2 people pit, and like we expect, those 2 people are in the very bottom. The top 4 haven't pit. Graham DeSalle, he is about 2 laps ahead of everybody, or at least ahead of second place. So if he pits now, then he will be down to third, second, maybe third. Depends on how good of a pit stop he has, and depends on the laps that people put out.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 guys that have pitted, Julian Miller and Abram Shields, are so far behind that he doesn't really have to worry about them.
Speaking of that, it's a tough battle between Abram and Julian. Abram just passed him, while Julian was originally behind him. Originally ahead of him. Some trouble for Abram Shields and for Julian Miller. Those 2 are neck and neck on the same lap right now. Very close back and forth between those 2.
And yeah, good racing all around. We saw Matthew Lucas and Alex Anderson getting into it a little bit there, but they're pretty far apart. Matthew Lucas is kind of the only one who can really contend with the 22 car right now, so he really needs every reg he can get, and Alex Anderson was not giving it to him. They are neck and neck, about 2 laps apart. Neither of them have pitted, so pretty much all the ground that is between them, Matthew Lucas needs to make up on track.
Matthew Lucas did gain a lap back on Graham DeSalle, but Lucifer striked, and he caused him to crash out. We're having some trouble with Graham DeSalle and Lucifer as well. Like you were saying earlier, Graham DeSalle is officially now in that pit window, where if he pits, he's officially possibly able to pull up, still in the lead. But who knows? Maybe it'll change. Maybe he will crash. Maybe if he does pit right now. I mean, he's known to pit early on, at least halfway through on the dot, if not before.
It's still early here, but what we're seeing from our Cinderella story, Alex Anderson, is he has been pretty much caught by 2 of our other top guys, Abram Shields and Julian Miller, and they've both pitted, so he's going to be in real trouble once he takes his pit stop. Still early, he can make up that ground, but Abram is right behind Alex for position now, and here, he's looking to take it. But
wow, and then Julian Miller is able to almost go by all of them, but they all get put on the track at the same time. Wow, some close racing between the bottom 3 right now, as Abram Shields is able to go by Alex Anderson. Julian was about to, but he gets caught on the ramp. Close racing between those 3.
Yeah, all 3 of those are for position. They're all in the same lap right now. Oh, Julian with a little bit of trouble there.
Same for Alex.
He'll fall back.
Nice wreck around turn 4. Turn 4, seems to be having its most issues, which is kind of surprising considering it's literally just a right-hander.
We've got a field full of talented racers, pure veterans here, and then running second and third, great runs for both these guys was Matthew Lucas and Alan Martindale. They are both rookies, and they're running really good. They're not even that far back from the guy who we know can dominate these races, Graham DeSalle, and obviously neither of them have pitted, so we'll see how they get caught by Abram and Julian, but they're both running really good so far. We'll see how that progresses, but that's exciting for both these new teams.
Yes, it is. It is actually quite neck and neck between Matthew Lucas and Graham DeSalle. While Matthew Lucas is down about 2 to 3 laps, Graham is able to just constantly crash, and that allows Matthew to potentially gain a lap back, but again, then Matthew crashes, and it's just this domino effect where these small things can lead to big events.
Yeah, I mean, he's hanging right around 3 laps behind, but he's going to have to do a lot more than that if he wants to win, because that 22 car, man, once he gets a grip on this field, it's hard to loosen it. He's going to flip right there, and that's not going to be good for him. He is really going to need to claw back as this race gets closer and closer to the end.
As you can see, Alex Anderson is officially in the back, and he hasn't even pit yet. This is an amazing performance for Julian Miller and Abram Shields.
Yeah, he's side by side there with Abram Shields. They're both wrecking over the carousel before, Abram pulls away, but that's not good for Alex. Like you were saying, his battery's probably pretty worn down as is, so it was never going to be easy, but it's looking pretty grim for him.
He did something that we wanted to see. Let's be honest, when we have a structured event where it's the bottom go to C, and some people in C can move on to B, and some people in B can move on to A, I think we all wanted to see one person move from C to B to A, and we have got it. I mean, there is some sacrifices when it comes to that. I mean, battery, performance. I mean, again, he's in a field with a bunch of racers that are experienced. Like you said, some veterans and some newbies. But those 2 newbies are in second and third. Those are on the podium by a guy who is one of, if not definitely one of the best when it comes.
Leader is in, counts. Leader is in the pit lane, so we'll see how Matthew can capitalize on this.
And he is no longer in that pit window where it comes 3 to 4 laps. He might actually drop down to third. Yeah. But again, those top 2 haven't pit yet, so who knows what will happen.
Yeah, we'll see how Alan does. He's about a lap behind from Matthew Lucas, and he has a good chance to even slide past the 22 himself here. This will be interesting to see where he comes out.
As you can see, Matthew he only has 1 lap left. Matthew Lucas is getting a bit stuck on the ramp. Like everybody else is, there seems to be some issues with everybody on that ramp. And if he can cross this, then they'll be on the same lap. Oh, but he's literally stuck right next to it.
He unlaps himself and then flips upside down. He also gets unlapped by, Alan Martindale unlaps himself from Matthew Lucas, so once Alan comes around here, he'll be on the lead lap properly.
Another good race going on is the bottom 2. Abram Shields and Alex Anderson. They're having some good races going on right now.
Back and forth. Alex jumps over the berm, but they're very much back and forth. Abram getting stuck as well.
Abram is currently stuck, and that might allow Alex to get by him, but nope. And they are neck and neck around turn 4.
We also
Wow.
have had a lead change as Matthew Lucas is going to pass Graham Sal. Graham Sal out of the pit now. He'll try to make up that ground, but we've had a lead change. Allen not quite making it on the lead lap, but these top two are going to race for a little bit until Matthew needs to pit.
And then again, yes, like you just said, Matthew has not pit yet, so I don't really expect Matthew to gain the lead after that pit. But who knows? Some miracle could happen for him, and which is a miracle he's going to need. Again, we are about 39, soon 40 laps done with this race. We have seen nothing but good racing, except for when Graham DeSalle just straight up hit Julian Miller. Kind of what he did. Oh my gosh, it's kind of what he gets.
Flips on the ramp, and he's going to lose the lead right there. Graham DeSalle back into the lead, and he is well clear of Matthew Lucas, who's not even pitted. So
on lap 40 right now.
He has got a stranglehold on this race.
20 laps left to go. As you can see, Alan Martin now just straight up threw Graham DeSalle off of the track right near that ramp. Graham DeSalle's trying to get back as he does a nice little uppercut and a dive bomb, but he gets stuck on the wall, and then Abram Shields hits Graham. Some good racing by everybody we've seen so far. I mean, again, I'm quite surprised by Alex Anderson being in the bottom, but at the same time, I'm not. Like we said previously, he's moved on from the C to B to A, and so that going to have a huge wear on his battery. And I think right now he's just honestly trying to find out when his battery die and when he can replace it, because you don't want to go an entire race. You don't want to do about 30 laps, maybe 20 laps, and be like, I feel like it'll die soon, then put in your battery and it actually instantly dies. That's not very good, and that's not something that you really want to see from these racing, and what you want to do when you race as well. It seems Julian Miller is taking an emergency pit. This is not going to be good for him. This is his second pit so far. Who knows what's happening?
Yeah, he's about to, a lap and a half or so ahead of the bottom two, and he's going to fall right back past them, so he'll have all that ground to make up again. Back and forth between the 69 and the 16 car as well. Great racing back there.
Some great racing overall. I mean, out of 12 drivers, these 6 people, Abram Shields just straight up pit Graham, oh my gosh. But as I was saying, these 6 drivers,
Alan Martin is on the pit as well, counts. Alan Martin is pitting, so we'll see where he falls back.
Good eye. These 6 drivers have proven themselves to be the top 6. While I will say Cohen Bell and Noah Grimes, they definitely had a shot to get up here, but both of them, they had some mechanical issues, which weren't their fault. And let's be honest, Cohen Bell definitely would have been in here if it wasn't for his mechanical issues, and he would have put Alex Anderson in what would have been 8th or 9th.
Julian backed out of the pit. He's 2 laps from the next car, so we'll see if he can claw that back up, but he is in a bad spot now, unfortunately for him. Again, Matthew Lucas also stopped on the outside of the track, on the outside of turn 3.
Something seems to be happening.
Emergency pit stop for him, it looks like. That is not good for him. We'll see. Obviously, Allen's well back, but once he comes out of the pit, we'll see if he can gain it back.
Currently on lap 47 right now. We have, I think everybody is pit besides Alex Anderson, if I am correct, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, sweet.
So he'll probably fall back quite a bit, but we'll see where he comes out in relation to Julian.
Julian is currently, Alex is currently, he's not in that window. He's not in that 3 to 4 lap window. Oh, and Alex Anderson actually passes Alan Martindale, but that's only because he's in the pit. This is going to be close between those actually 3, 4, and 5. As like I just said, 3 and 4 going back and forth, and Alex Anderson as well. Wow. This is some close racing.
Yeah, I mean, you can see all 3 of them in the keyhole right now. They're all back and forth.
Wow, Alex.
Lovely move right there from Alan Martindale. Oh, and then Shields gets him back with a little bit of an elbow, and that's going to let Alex get by as well. All 3 of those guys are super close. Julian also in the mix. He's 2 laps back, though.
Abram gets a bit of karma and gets launched off the track. This is some good racing. Wow.
And then Alex gets in the wall and falls all the way back. He's a yo-yo right now. He's back and forth. Alan's having a little bit of a problem himself. He's going to fall back further, but he'll be right with Alex. Abram Shields is kind of pulled away from those other 2.
You know, we still haven't seen a pit from Alex Anderson. This is
it's very late in the race for him. Yeah, he needs to pit, but he's hanging out there and he's seeing what he can do. You never know what might happen if somebody drops out. He'll be in real good shape and he won't need to pit. And it looks like he might be trying to pit right now as we speak.
Or maybe he's stuck.
Yeah, he might be dead. And pit officials are just going to help him in there. But I mean, out in the front, Graham DeSales pulled out a 7-lap lead. Everybody else is within 2 laps. You can put them under a blanket, and then the 22 car is just shot off into the distance, and he's in really good shape right now with 8 to go. Allen and Abram back and forth through the keyhole right there. Some collisions between them, but Allen's going to get the better of him and drive away.
This is, so far, everybody is pit, so this is most likely what the final standings will look like. Again, but there's still a huge spread from the lead all the way to the bottom with an 11-lap difference. So far, I'm just going to say Graham has just absolutely dominated this A-main. He is 7 laps behind second, which is just unbelievable, and he still has 4 to 5 laps to go.
That's right, 7 whole laps ahead. It's really a great run for him. I mean, whatever preparation he's put in has clearly paid off. He's dominated this Holiday Grand Prix. Like you were saying earlier in the race, it wasn't looking perfect at the start of this thing in the heat, but now he's clearly shown he's the class of the field.
Alex Anderson seems like he is about to leave the pit, and he leaves the pit. Graham DeSales currently about 3 laps to go.
Trouble for Alan Martindale on the outside of turn 4, and he's going to lose quite a bit of ground. He's still not moving. Something's wrong with that car. There's clearly connections. The headlights are on, but it looks like he might be out of battery. I don't know what's going on there. He's going to lose his spot to Julian and then just get going again. That was odd, but that basically lost him a lap and a half. Abrams well clear of him. He'll be fighting Julian for 4th at this point.
But hold the phone. Graham DeSales is on his last lap. He just kind of went over the barrier like most people have today. First time he's done that today, but he's currently coming around turn 4 on his last lap. Nice little battle with Julian. Ooh, he gets around him real well. Coming towards the ramp, almost on the final bend, and he is going to win the Holiday Grand Prix. Insane run for Graham. Quite literally dominated.
Absolute domination. I mean, all the work he's put in, all the experience he's had has come together, and he's put together a great run, completely dominating the field. Really, he earned this win here at the Eli Size Holiday Grand Prix.
And now he's just going to be doing a couple out laps, I mean, who wouldn't? He went from qualifying 5th to getting 2nd when it was really neck and neck. Should have possibly, maybe could have been 1st if it wasn't for some tampering. And now he is currently winning, and he actually did win. And this is going to be an insane win for him. He definitely deserved this win. Up next, we're looking at Matthew Lucas locking in 2nd place. He is about a lap ahead of Abram. And then Julian Miller in 4th with Alan Martindale in 5th. Alan has fallen down from 3rd to 5th. Who knows what happens?
Yeah, there's some weird incident there on the outside of turn 4 that's put him back, but he's back and forth with Julian now, who, I'd like to point out as well that Julian, with a pair of pit stops, has managed to put himself in contention for a 4th, maybe even a 3rd if things really go his way. That's a good run for him. He's not going to have the result he wanted, but he's shown he's got a lot of speed to be able to do this with an extra pit stop.
Yes, he does. So far, there are currently 2 battles going on right now. There's a battle between 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th. They, as you can see, currently we have 2nd and 3rd on the same lap. Well, 2nd does have about half a lap, soon more, maybe 2/3 of a lap, almost about to lap him. While for 4th and 5th, it is about half a lap, maybe almost. No, I'd say about half a lap between those two as well. It is going to be close. I mean, Matthew has about 2 laps left to go, and who knows if anything can change between those. It's same for 4th and 5th. It's close.
Yeah, I think as we watch that, and I'll say it and it'll change, but the 64th car is kind of pulling away from the 7, so we'll see if he can bring it home. He's only got 3 more laps. He's in good shape. In addition to that, the 69 is having all kinds of problems, and Matthew Lucas is actually going to lap him with 2 laps to go for him.
But as we can see, around the end of the ramp, we can see the number 64 car. Having trouble now is Julian Miller to get by him.
Commentator's curse. I apologize, Alan Martindale. That is a tragic turn of events. It's not over. He's still got 2 more laps, but I speak as soon as I speak. Matthew Lucas is on his last lap as well. Abrams got 2 to go.
I don't know, James, if you remember, for Heat 2, the only reason why he actually got 2nd in Heat 2 was because of the end of the ramp near his final run, too. So it seems like, I don't think it would be a commentator curse. I think it's actually just a curse on Alan Martindale's run for that final ramp.
Abram Shields is on his last lap. As Julian Miller's coming around to start his last lap as well. Allen is quite a ways back of Julian now. It's really falling apart for him.
And Matthew Lucas has locked in second place for the Holiday Grand Prix. He is a newbie in his first ever race. He gets second. That is insane run for him. Definitely something he's going to need. And his team previously with a DNF from Nolan Berry. Definitely a huge improvement. And as we can see, Abram Shields has finished. And Julian finishes as well right in front of Alan Martindale. Insane run.
Yeah, Alan Martindale coming around to complete his lap slap. A fifth place for a brand new team. That's a really good result. He should be happy with that. That'll leave just Alex Anderson to complete his final 3 laps and wrap up this A-main for the Holiday Grand Prix.
What an insane race.
He works his way around. We still got a lot of cars going around out here just for security or victory laps for whatever reason. They're just complete laps, but it's just Alex Anderson racing at this point. And you know what? He's putting down good laps. Even though he finished quite a ways back, these are decent, clean laps, very respectable. He's got 2 to go here.
So far, I will say the run for Grand Vassal was definitely not something that we really expected early on. Actually, you know what? I think the run that we did not expect the most for is Julian Miller. Julian Miller, he absolutely dominated his heat. And then he started off pole for the A-main, instantly went into the wall. Who knows what happens? We'll hear about that in the interview. He ended up 4th, he had to pit twice. So, finishing 4th is definitely something that, you wouldn't really expect. But for the run that he has done, finishing 4th isn't bad. And it's definitely something that he's going to have to take.
Yeah, it's a really, really strong run from him, and he should be very happy with that.
See, Alex Anderson is actually stuck. Who knows what's happening? Again, this race is officially over. People are just on the track, just trying to finish some laps. Who knows what's going on with Alex right now? He seems to be stuck.
Emergency pit stop here, coming to this white flag. That's tough. Ultimately, it's inconsequential, but I think that'll pretty much do it at this point. He's in the pit lane. Tough break for him. Goodness gracious.
And with that, we are going to end this race. This has been a great race. So, James, how'd you feel about that race?
That was a really pretty convincing win from Grand Vassal. He just dominated that race. Further back, though, there's a ton of great action, super fun racing, particularly in the middle stages between Abram Shields and Alex Anderson. Just an awesome race all around. I love watching it. We really saw the best of the best out here, and great race for the Holiday Grand Prix.
I'd say Matthew Lucas put on a run that will definitely not be forgotten. He is a newbie in his first ever race, finishing second behind Graham DeSalle, who, like you just said, absolutely dominated. Graham DeSalle finished about 8 laps ahead of Matthew Lucas. So him finishing second is definitely something that he's going to be proud about. Besides that, I'm a little upset for what happened to Julian Miller. Again, Julian Miller instantly turned straight into the turn 1. Not even before turn 1, instantly went straight into the barrier. But, we'll see what happens. He'll definitely have to say something about that in his interview. And with that, let's move on to interviews. So unfortunately, we had an extreme amount of scoring errors when it came to the real day results. So we're going to show you the original interviews and then the actual interviews. So keep that in mind. We are here with 6th place contender, Matthew Lucas. How'd you feel about your final race?
I suppose mildly disappointing, but I probably spent too much time on my roof. And I did wait too long to change my battery. My battery did die on the track, so that did not hurt. Beyond that, yeah.
Good job getting 6th. We're here with 5th place contender, Alex Anderson. How'd you feel about your run today?
I crashed a lot. I didn't do the best, and my car died twice during the race, but overall, I think considering that, I did good considering all those things, even though I placed 5th.
Okay. We're here with 4th place contender Julian Miller. Started on pole and went all the way down to 4th. How was your disappointing run?
Honestly, it is a very sad run. I don't know what happened in between races. The alignment of the car was entirely moved. It was put straight to the left. I can't say who did it. I don't suspect anyone because I don't know who would do that. But there's no way that it wasn't touched. It's not like I hit something and moved. I hit things all the time. It's never moved before, didn't move after. It had to have been moved, and it just gave me a disappointing start, and that put me behind for the entire race.
Here with our 3rd place finisher, Graham Vassal. Tell us about your race.
It was something. I mean, I started off third, finished third. You know, that's actually pretty good. I kind of just, I thought I gained the lead for a bit, but then I didn't. And it turns out that I was basically dead last. And I had to swerve my way up to the very front, basically just the third. And it feels off, because in the heat one, I technically should have won, but I didn't. And so it's been off, and it's been weird. And it is what it is, you know. I mean, I'm still probably leading in championship points by a lot. That is technically what matters, but it doesn't at the end of the day. But all that I really wanted was some competitive racing, and we got that, and that makes me happy. I just hope that the scores are right. That's all that matters.
Third place for Grims Hill. Second place here with Alan Martindale. Tell us about your race.
I'm pretty happy with what I did. You know, I think Abram won. I think it was a clean, fair race. I think he definitely just raced better than I did. I think I think I did good though. I mostly stayed on the track and kept good turning, good stuff like that. I think I could definitely improve for next year, working on when I crash, kind of getting reoriented, because sometimes I would just run back and forth into the wall because I didn't know which way I was facing. But overall, I'm pretty happy with my race, and I think I did pretty good. Congratulations to Abram, and thanks for hosting this event. This was a lot of fun.
Second place for Alan Martindale.
Easy diff. No shot anyone had a chance on me. Except for Julian, but someone apparently sabotaged his car. It wasn't me though. So, I don't know. This is your 2025 Grand Prix ex-champion. Graham lost, so that's all that matters. Holiday Grand Prix is.
There you go. I'm here with 6th place Alex Anderson. How does it feel going from the C to B to A and finishing in 6th?
So moving up from the C main to the A main, I mean, it was really cool, but like, I feel like I probably would have placed higher if my car didn't die during the heat. So, yeah.
Abram and Alan did not provide an interview. Alan just straight up forgot every time he was asked, and Abram was being Abram. We're here with 4th place contender Julian Miller. Started on pole and went all the way down to 4th. How was your disappointing run?
Honestly, it is a very sad run. I don't know what happened in between races. The alignment of the car was entirely moved. It was put straight to the left. I can't say who did it. I don't suspect anyone because I don't know who would do that. But there's no way that it wasn't touched. It's not like I hit something and moved. I hit things all the time. It's never moved before. Didn't move after. It had to have been moved, and it just gave me a disappointing start, and that put me behind for the entire race.
We are here with 2nd place contender, previously 6th place contender, but after figuring out a huge error, he has now moved up to his rightfully deserved 2nd place. How do you feel about that race, knowing that you actually got what you deserved?
I knew that the lap count felt a little off. I mean, I didn't realize it'd be 2nd, but 6th felt a bit further behind than I would have expected. Still, not the cleanest race ever, but decently clean. And I'm overall pleased with the race. And thank you for double checking the footage.
Of course. Excited to see you for the summer races.
I hope so too, and maybe by then I'll have a home-built car.
I'm here with 1st place driver Graham DeSalle, winner of the Eli's Ties Holiday Grand-Prix. Tell us how you did it.
Well, I just want to say it feels great winning. Coming off of a 2nd place from the GC Grand Prix, it felt like I need to dominate again. I mean, qualifying, I expected to do around like 7th, 9th, like I did last time. Getting 5th, not the greatest for qualifying, but it's definitely a step up. For the races, Heat 1, Eli just me the entire time. I was never able to
repeat that motion.
Me the entire time. And I'd get up to Julian, I'd be ahead of him, and then Eli would be like, "Hey, I got to tell you something." instantly off, and so I lost that, but that's okay. I mean, at the end of the world, just starting third in the A main. Came to the A main. I was behind a little bit. I think I know it was Alan. Alan just rammed me into the wall. Low-key little karma from when I hit Cohen into the wall at the start of heat 1. So it was about 5 laps in, and I was like, hey bro, nice to meet you. Took it from him, and then just kind of did my thing. I mean, I don't know how I lapped people by 8 laps. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not mad. But I mean, it feels good to win. Shout out to Matthew, newbie getting second, rookie of the year. If he doesn't get rookie of the year, then I'm mad. But yeah, feel bad for Cohen. He's definitely my arch rival. Getting 9th, rough. Feel bad, but at the same time, no, that was rude. But yeah, feels good.
You've taken a commanding championship lead. How do you feel about that?
Well, we still have 7 races left. 7, 8, I don't know. Just because I have a lead right now doesn't mean I will have a lead by the start of next race. By the start of the second race to the end. I mean, I'm happy of it. I mean, that means I can do bad and I'll still be up by a couple laps. Or it's not a couple laps, oh my gosh, a couple points. But for now, it's not over. It's not over till it's over.
Were you happy with your car? Do you see any changes to that in the future?
My car, I liked it. I mean, I fixed the tires, but they now understeer a little bit. Sorry, oversteer. No, understeer. Yeah, understeers. Especially right down here, turn 3. It loves to understeer and it goes straight into the wall. So I just had to fix that. Might change engine brands for the next race, but we'll see how that goes. I'm doing some testing right now. The second that it turned 2026, we put the car in the wind tunnel. We put it on the tracks. We're doing everything we can right now. But yeah, that's all I got for you.
Overall winner for the Eli's Ties Holiday Grand-Prix, Graham DeSalle.
So, James, that wraps up the Holiday Grand-Prix. How'd you feel about this overall event?
I thought it was a great race. It had a ton of great racing. We saw way closer action than we've really ever seen before, and on top of that, we saw a lot of guys racing each other with a ton of room. We had some pretty elbows out racing last time, and that was still there, but there was a lot more respect. I loved it. It was a great race.
I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent, so sorry about this, folks.
I can't wait.
For Heat 1, we're going to go from Heat 1, Heat 2, C main, B main, A main. Heat 1, obviously, we saw that was kind of where the majority of the veterans were. We saw Julian, we saw Graham, we saw Cohen, we saw Eli, we saw Alex, and pretty sure Harrison was in there as well.
Harrison Stearns was in there.
It was a great start. I mean, Julian and Graham constantly back and forth for the first 20 laps. Cohen Bell and Eli had a great battle for third and fourth. Unfortunately, Cohen Bell ended up having to take an emergency pit stop, literally coming up the ramp on his last lap, and that allowed Eli to get by. But those stinky rule people, they were like, no, Eli, you're penalized for messing with Graham and Julian. And while at the same time, I feel like that is a bit valid, because if we saw every single time that it was close before Julian could lap everybody, we saw that Graham would get right next to him, he'd get a bit ahead, and then Eli would come in and just absolutely smack him. And same for Julian. I mean, it'd be the same thing for Julian. And then Harrison and Alex. Alex literally DNF'd about 3 laps in, but that was because of battery issues, and we'll talk about that later. Harrison, he's with a struggling car. He had to swap to the rental. And he was like, you know what? This is just the heat. If I do bad, then I do bad. We'll see what we can do in the future. Comes to Heat 2. Heat 2, whew, was that a good heat. That was a great battle. We saw Abram. We saw Allen. And we saw Matthew. One semi-veteran who has put down a mediocre performance, and 2 newbies completely battling through it. Constantly back and forth. Allen, Abram, Matthew, Allen, Abram, Matthew, Matthew, Abram, Allen, Allen, Matthew, Abram, back and forth. And then it wasn't about 5 laps towards the end where Allen just completely dominated. He led about 2 laps towards the end, though. This is the problem that we've seen from these newbies, is when they're going, they're going. But when they stop, James, they're just done. Like I've seen, like we saw in the back corner near the end of the ramp, he would hit the wall, and instead of going forward and left, he would go backwards and right, and he would just completely confuse himself with everything, with all the directions. We've heard that from Alan and from Matthew personally in personal conversations, and then that's what allowed Abram to take the lead for the last 2 laps. And
let's also not forget the about 3/4 of a lap lead he lost from the helper incident where he was not spotted by the helper, so that played into a big part as well. Although Councilman does make some good points. Continue.
Yes, and as much as I wanted to originally agree with Abram on the easy diff, the more you really think about it, the more you watch it, not easy at all. He was on track to get second, maybe even third. The racing was so close that regardless, it doesn't matter. Then in the the bottom three, it was not listing in order. Nolan. Who else was it?
It was
Nolan
Braxton.
Nolan Braxton.
Noah Grimes.
Noah Grimes, yes.
And
those
then
three.
Nolan Berry.
Those three. Obviously, Nolan, what do you expect from him?
He's got a lot to learn. Let's just put it that way. Let's not be too negative, but he's definitely towards the back of the field from what we've seen so far, and hopefully he can improve in the future.
He's improved so far, not to a level in which he will do well. But Braxton, again, he's just trying his best. He was kind of in his own world, you know. He doesn't have a fast car where it's too out of control. He doesn't have too much of a slow car where nothing matters when going down the straights. Like we've seen in the Limestone Grand Prix, like we saw with Cohen Bell's old car, he would get absolutely gapped on the straights, and he didn't have that. Noah Grimes, battery issues. What do you expect from Noah?
Tale as old as time, yeah.
And then the C main. So far, there's 4 people in the C main: Noah, Alex, Harrison, and Nolan. Obviously, Nolan is going to be in the back again. Sorry, Nolan, but yeah. Harrison, again, he was like his car was completely messed up, as we've talked about in qualifying. So he was like, you know what? If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out my way. I'm gonna do what I can to go out. Noah Grimes, he was ahead, dominating for the first 5 laps, and then, like you said, tale of old times, battery issues, completely flunked out. 5 laps in, allowing him to get 12th out of 12th in the Holiday Grand Prix. Unfortunate run for him, and definitely not something we expected. Do you expect that at all?
No, I didn't. You know, I completely thought that he was going to finish probably upper midfield, been my guess before, but you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. And I think just like what we saw in the if you will, the Limestone Grand Prix, he's got a ton of good pace, and when he has a car that will work with him, he's fast and he can run towards the front. But it hasn't worked with him so far. So hopefully he can fix that coming up in future races.
Yes, I 100% agree. And then Alex Anderson, when Alex Anderson was able to take the lead from him, he just kind of dominated. But he dominated in a type of domination level that would have gotten him last in every other race. No offense to all those racers in the C main, but that was try to be impartial. Not the greatest racing. It is probably the worst I've seen, but we have a lot of races in the future.
Desolate racing.
I really, really hope that nothing beats that, but we'll see. And then B main. I mean, if I didn't say this already, Alex and Harrison moved on to the B main, which I know Harrison was like, "Wow, how did I do this?" I wanted to go out completely different, and I mean, he's still got the B main. That's impressive for him. He gets to go up more places than he originally thought, and obviously he got last. I mean, what do you expect? A car that literally can't go straight. Like when I say literally, I mean literally can't go straight. Winner that was Matthew again. He got third in Heat 2, which getting third in that heat, you know, those top 3 racers back and forth, you know, getting third and getting sent to the B main isn't a bad thing. While it might drain your batteries for the future A main race, someone has to get third. And then so we saw Matthew and we saw Cohen back and forth. Cohen had it for the first 5 laps, first 3 laps, can't remember. And then Matthew just took over and he was like, "Hey, I'm in control now. I'm dominant," and he did. And Cohen Bell was able to keep second by a wide margin. And it's just when he took his mandatory pit stop, his gearbox broke. And I don't know if you guys remember this for the C main. That's exactly what happened to Noah Grimes. I almost said Nolan Grimes. To Noah Grimes. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Noah and Cohen, they have the exact same brand and model for at least the manufacturer. So that's something that we saw from both of them. 100% of those manufacturing cars broke like this, exact same way. It's not something we expected. Do you expect that at all?
No, not at all, Counts. I didn't expect that at all.
I mean, I'd hope so. I'd hope you wouldn't expect that. If you did, then I would have assumed that you did something. And then obviously that allowed Alex to take second. He wasn't doing too hot. He was on pace to just get 8th overall, 7th overall, 8th overall for the Holiday Grand Prix. 8, it's 7th to be 7th overall for the Holiday Grand Prix. But he managed to sneak in. Eli Gwynn, he was having some trouble. He was able to tame himself down. And then the A main. Whew, was this a good race. We saw people like Julian, Abram, Graham, Matthew, Allen, and Alex. We saw Alex as well in there. He went from C, B, and A. incredible performance by him. I mean, he got last. I mean, what do you expect? You do all these races, and the only reason he did all these races was because his battery died. So doing all these races, you would expect his battery to do bad. And it did, but he was still able to put a good performance. He almost had fifth. He was almost able to beat out he was almost able to beat out Anderson. No, he was almost able to beat out Alan Martindale. Yes, sorry for the brain fart. And Julian, but Julian took 2 pit stops up. Julian, oh my gosh, Julian's fall down. As we learned previously, or sorry, not previously, earlier on in the race, turns out that Eli Gwynn tampered with his car. And we'll play a recap right now. Instantly went into the wall, causing him to pit. I think he spent about a minute trying to get into that pit because of that. So, I mean, at least that gets his mandatory pit stop out of the way, but it leaves a sour taste in his mouth knowing that that is going to be his start of his run when he was dominating the entire overall event. Then we saw Abram Shields. He was able to capitalize off of that moment. He pushed someone out of the way in order to gain first. But, it was racing.
Racing.
And then after 5 laps, we saw Graham DeSalle just completely take the lead. He dominated after that. He only lost the lead once, and that was to Matthew Lucas, but that was when he pit. And Matthew didn't pit at the time. So after that, near the end of the race, close from 2nd to 5th, 6th, Alex Anderson, what do you expect from someone who used all of his batteries as much as possible? First, 8 laps ahead of those 4 people that were within a 2-lap spread. And so I'd say this event went great. Graham dominated, but again, everybody did as good as they possibly could, and they all provided great racing, and they all showed that they are here and they can win. That's what I got.
I'd just like to quickly commend our rookie class here. We had 4 rookies today. We had Harrison Stearns, who had some definite trouble with his car and was inhibited entirely by that.
He tried.
But he still advanced to the B main despite that. We had Braxton Tanner, who had a severely low on power car, and he still managed to run very good and put up a solid performance in the B main, along with advancing the B main to begin with. And then we had Alex Anderson as well as Alan Martindale as well as Matthew Lucas, who were both first-time entries, and they both ran very well. And I'd just like to commend all of those guys, especially Martindale and Matthew Lucas for their runs. I'd also like to commend Julian Miller, who, as Council was saying, had some trouble at the very start of the B main, and he actually, the A main. I'm all over the place right now. At the start of the A main, and he had to pit a second time towards the end of the race, actually, for probably battery reasons. Although I don't think that was ever confirmed.
That was never confirmed. I think it could have been due to his car having a bit of a steering issues yet again.
He has had problems with that in the past, but despite those 2 pit stops, he still managed to finish 3 laps ahead of 6th place, and he beat Alan Martindale, who pretty much ran a clean race and had no trouble. So Julian Miller, despite having taken an extra pit stop and a terrible start, to no doing of his own, managed to drive in the 4th. So great run from Julian Miller. But yeah, that's what I have to say about the race. I'd like to say as well, looking forward, we have a great future lined up. We are looking at a ton of fun races, and we should see our same familiar characters back, as well as maybe even some new ones. I'm excited. What do you think?
I'm excited. We have potentially 16 racers lined up for every single event. I mean, we might see returns of the famous, the greatest of all time, Clayton Franklin and Braden Kinder. As we've seen from Braden Kinder, he is a class act. He had the slowest car. He had the fastest car. He finished last every single time.
This man can't be beat to last place.
But I will say, what do you think? Do you think it'll be close between Clayton, Braden, and Nolan? What do you think is going to happen with that?
It all depends on the car. We don't know what car Nolan's coming back with. He actually got rid of his last one for reasons that are unknown, but he doesn't have that one anymore. We'll see what he gets. We do know what cars Braden Kinder and Clayton Franklin will have, so they'll be on an even playing field. And I'm really excited to see how Clayton does with a better car. And we'll heaven help us with Braden Kinder. We've seen what he does with a slightly faster car, so pretty much the same as what we'll see out from him next time. I don't know. It's going to be close between those 3.
What I will say with Braden Kinder, sorry to spoil his car, he is currently getting a Round 2 Cybertruck. He's getting a Rally Cybertruck. But the one thing that he has up his alley is the engine that is being provided is the exact same engine from Graham DeSalle's team. So he's getting the engine from one of, if not the most dominant team when it comes to RC racing. He previously had an engine that, fastest on a straight, best grip out there. Don't know why. and he was all over, zigzag, 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 on a straight. So let's see what he can do with a decent engine that can provide good longevity and good cornering, but not as fast as he's previously had. I think he will still end up in the bottom, but he will provide great racing. Kind of. Not really.
It's all to play for. We're also excited to see how Noah Grimes, Harrison Stearns, and Cohen Bell all bounce back from mechanical issues. You can't always prevent those, and maybe they'll come back next time, but a fresh start will be very appreciated from all three of those guys, and I'm excited to see if they can put down a good performance with a car that will work with them.
Now that this race is over, let's look at the points.
All right, here are our points. We are looking at a big mix-up towards the bottom of the standings, as well as some big movers towards the top. Abram Shields up 3 spots from his previous position with this third place today. He's right behind Alex Anderson for 4th as well. We're also seeing Julian Miller jump Cohen Bell after a bad run from Cohen Bell. He is quite a ways ahead Cohen Bell as well. Cohen Bell even a little close to Alex Anderson and Abram Shields. Al Martindale and Matthew Lucas, both big movers with their brand new debuts. They have moved up quite a few spots with their great runs in the A-Main.
Oh, yeah. Noah Grimes and Nolan Berry have stayed in the exact same position, followed by Braxton Tanner moving up 1 spot. Obviously, down in the back, we can see Clayton Franklin and Braden Kinder falling down 6 and 7 positions, following Harrison Stearns moving up 1, and Ben Scott, who hasn't run yet, sitting down at 15 with 0. Again, those people haven't run yet and haven't been here for a while. They still have opportunities. They still have chances. Just because they fell off now doesn't mean that they can't get first later. I definitely know that Cohen Bell is definitely going to be upset with this change. He was following really close in second. And if we looked at the point changes before the race, even if he got first in the race and Graham got second, then Cohen possibly could have taken the championship from him. Again, he is not I'm sure that he is hungry and he wants those points.
A lot of points left on the table as the season moves on. We will continue through the summer stretch until the Limestone Grand Prix at the end of the summer, which will be our season finale. So we have probably somewhere in the ballpark of 5 to 8 races left in the calendar. So a lot of points. None of this is final, but Graham LaSalle with a good, comfortable lead heading into our next race.
Again, like I've said, like he's said, like we've all said, it is not over. There are so many points left. We could see anything. We could even see Ben Scott taking the win for the championship. But so far, it is looking pretty dominant over the top 2 people. Top 3, actually, I'd say. It's very close between Cohen Bell and Alex Anderson. I'm excited to see the battle between that. Abram Shields with his 3rd place finale after a 6th place finale in the previous race. He's definitely improved. Definitely shot up in points. But yeah, this has been a night of wonderful racing. Beautiful racing from everybody. Overall, Graham took the win. Tough break for Cohen Bell, Noah Grimes, and all those people who just had mechanical issues. They'll be back. They'll have another day to live. But until then, choose.
Toodaloo.